all right. Mic check with the realm. Let us know how the levels is sounding. Seeing what's going on in the realm. I see some cool names in there. Wilhelm Screen, Hollow the Diddin' Young Chris, Cali Realness, what's up, baby? Damian Percival, what's going on? I seen Smitty Smith earlier. Spider, that's new. What's up, Spider? What's going on? Let me know how my levels are sounding. Let me know how attic levels are sounding. We're just chilling, we're waiting for the king.
What's going on, you guys? Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and mute because King has a habit of coming here with some nonsense.
So yeah, King could come in with a theme song and copyright strike us, so we gotta be careful when King pull up. But yo, I just gotta say, Kurt, Sujitsu Sage, what's going on, brother? All right, Smitty Smith, thank you, brother. Did y'all hear Attic? Did y'all hear the
Yeah, I hear
wolf?
myself fine.
The wolf, all right, no doubt. Joe Bailey, thank you, brother. All right, so yeah, shout out to that one.
My beard's starting to look like me a wolf, man.
Yeah, I'm calling you the wolf right there. Yo, shout out to the one dislike before we went live. Shout out to that dude. We like you, man. Salute. You ain't care what we was talking about. It's like, I'm coming here to dislike. Salute to that dude. Anyway,
that's how you know you grown, man.
That's how you know you. That's when you proactively dislike. That's when you hot at it. Right? That's when you get caught. I don't like them dudes. Dislike.
I have about 3 or 4 dislikes on every single video before it's even uploaded. Like it will be rendering and it's not even completely uploaded.
I don't care what he got to say. I'm disliking. Yo, we gonna see y'all in a few minutes. We waiting for the king. We waiting for Saul. We gonna chill out. But good looking on the level check. All right, sound check number 2. Solve and King are in the realm. Make sure y'all can hear them. Solve, King, talk to the people.
What up? What up? What's going on?
Bayonets up. Get them bayonets in the sky. We about to ride today.
Let me know y'all good.
You know how many people?
You
know how many people I killed on Gears Tactics with a bayonet?
This is a sound check, sir, not about your personal accomplishments. All right, thank you.
That's what I tell you.
Daddy said, clear.
You shoot them, and then you stab with the
All right, y'all. We about to get this thing rolling. See y'all in a minute. All highs in the building. You already know. Mariano, boom, let's get it.
It's my dope.
And we are live. Welcome to the Iron Lords Podcast and the lordsofgaming.net, episode number 158. What's up with this truck? Every time I go live, is the truck.
They let the neighborhood know that ILP is on.
He live. Let's go.
What it is he's a consistent person doing that milk run.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, man.
That's just the Sony truck. They driving past hell with King.
It's another glorious Sunday. We're back at the round table on the Lord's Day. And today we've got the PlayStation 5 tech demo reveal impressions, Unreal Engine 5 and SSD scalability, Ghost of Tsushima impressions, and Paper Mario to discuss. So we gonna get into it, Stitch. So let's introduce the 4 horsemen of gaming. Those original lords of the realm here at the round table. My co-host with the co-most, my brother from another mother, the difficult game conqueror, Lord of Reviews, and the how of the young wolf. My man, Lord Addict, how we doing, sir?
Doing pretty good, man. Just loaded into the tower. There's no one here, no AIs, nothing.
Get that super chat, Addict. You might as well just get that super chat.
Might as well get that super chat now.
So we got a $5 super chat from Smitty Smith. Mm-hmm. My brother, I need the Iron Lords intro for my alarm clock in the morning. Straight fire. Also, solutions, everyone. That's what's up, man.
No doubt.
We always do appreciate all the support you guys give us.
No doubt. Yo, salute to the new Facebook lords in the chat. Please say hello. I see my man Jason Sanchez, first time live on Facebook. That's what's up, man. We're doing the multi-stream thing, so we're getting the lords in. Twitch lords, Mixer lords, salute. Facebook lords, salute. So, Lord Addict, what have you been playing, sir?
I've been playing Destiny.
Really? Wow.
Destiny.
Let me just.
You didn't hear the last word. Because unlike you guys, I don't have a level 100 in the season rank yet. Okay, and I'm not gonna have that. A couple seasons from now, someone's sitting there, they showing off that bling they got a couple seasons ago.
I go for it. The joint when you put it down like this, that last one is fire. I ain't go for it.
I ain't having that, man. I don't care how whack it is. It might not be whack in 6 months. No doubt. I'm getting it. Like
no doubt. So it just been Destiny. You ain't playing nothing else?
Nothing really. Like
wow.
There ain't nothing else to really play. I played and beat everything. Like,
okay. You gonna get that super chat?
So we got a $5 super chat from Sajitsu Sage. The picture of King's appetizers last night had me frying plantains at almost 1 a.m. in the morning, trying and failing. to get on his level. Well, I'm pretty sure King don't be cooking that, but we ain't get into that.
Don't worry about the King's business.
I think Sage needs a DM.
DM that. No, so that's been pretty much it, Lord Adixer. You already know. So beanies, yeah, that beanies are very fly on deck. I'm feeling the beanies, no doubt. And of course, our most technical gaming lord, the solo gamer who lives for the single player selfish experience, and also the Sostradamus with the fly hoodie, Mr. Offline Profile Illuminati and Lord Patriot of the Iron Bank. My man, Lord Sovereign, how we doing, sir?
Good, y'all. Repping this Teespring guap I got here, baby. Lord Sovereign, you know where to get it.
You already know. Album in stores. You know what I'm saying? Lord Bank solo album is out. Go cop that.
The camera, right? Y'all should have never had this camera on me.
Yo, we was clowning off earlier. We was like, yo, how you gonna wear your own merch? I like that.
Nah. Self-promotion.
Yeah, I mean, why would you not wear your own merch?
My ILP was actually dirty in the laundry.
Cognito's just jealous. He didn't think of it first.
That's true.
Cognito has wore every shirt we got on every show that he has been on. Sorry, I watch him and I'm like, God damn, how many shirts do this dude have?
It's on deck.
Yo, you know, for a minute, I had like 50 over. I had boxes of shirts in that.
Yeah, well, I have boxes of the same color. Your man over here got boxes of every color and every style and every genre. Yo, you ever see him in the gym with the tank tops on?
Oh yeah. I'm promoting. And then I make them ask, like, what's that? Word? Yo, let me get.
Yo, when are they opening up the gyms, man? Back to that.
No, I know. We get to it. What you been playing, son?
I'm upset.
So what have I been playing? I've been playing the Ghost of Tsushima prequel, AC Odyssey.
Oh, see the slander? Okay.
Yes.
We'll talk about that more later.
Yes.
So I've been playing that. And then I've been playing. I got to give a big shout out to 1C Entertainment, 3D Realms, and Void Point Games. Last year's PAX East, King and I interviewed.
It's about the Iron Storm.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my God, boy.
So we interviewed the devs from 3D Realms, a lot of the different devs, whether it was the devs that it did Fell Seal, Wrath, Aeon of Fury, which is another first-person shooter. But in particular, these devs from Void Point.
Okay.
And their game, Ion Fury, which was originally called Ion Maiden, but then the band Iron Maiden had something to say about that. They had to change the name. Yeah. So Ion Fury came out last year on PC. And it's a fantastic, beautiful game. If you check out John Linneman's breakdown of it last year, he broke down actually the console versions, which launched this week. He broke that down yesterday in a video. So check that out from John Linneman on Digital Foundry. But the game is out, and I needed to go cop and support because I'm an old bastard, and King knows this too. We played these games back in the day. Cog not so much because he wasn't that much of a PC gamer.
Right.
But the build engine is very similar to the Quake engine, to the Doom engine, the Unreal engine, those old school 90s engines that was very versatile, like for the time. And it's still so. This game is built on that engine, and it is the most beautiful, fluid thing you're gonna see. And the gameplay is very 90s old school. And when I say 90s old school, first-person shooters in the 90s were very exploration-based.
Yes.
The worlds were huge. There was a lot of secrets in every single stage of these games. And plus, the shooting felt good. Like the shooting, especially in these build engine games. Like if you think about the original Blood, if you think about Redneck Rampage, Duke Nukem.
Redneck Rampage was.
I don't even know that. I'm careful. We're gonna get copyright strike with this name.
Witch Haven. Like if you know those games, you know what I'm talking about. The original Duke Nukem. These are all build engine games, and these games were just like.
That was the young. I don't care.
That's the young. That's not for me.
Moving and said, "Oh, hell."
But anyway, this game is absolutely fantastic. It's out on all platforms now. If you care anything about old school shooters, and honestly, if you really want to learn how it gets done, because a lot of shooters today don't have this type of openness in them, this type of secrecy in them. That's why I love actually Wolfenstein, because Wolfenstein sticks to a lot of that in a modern setting. This is not that, but I got to give a big shout out. This game is fantastic. King and I fell in love with it when we first saw it. It's out there.
Yo, the fact that he told us, he said, listen, we have it going at 120 frames per second right now. We can have it go to 240.
What?
When we saw the Switch, when we saw the Switch version, we were blown away.
Wow.
Because it was a debug on the Switch and it had it going upwards of 100 frames per second.
Wow.
Now they unfortunately they reined it back.
They brought it back in live. Wait, Switch ain't coming in hot?
Nah, Switch ain't coming in hot.
Like, I mean, I'm sure it was hot, man. I would have been scared to hold that thing. You might have exploded in your hand.
Yo, no, it was running at 120. We saw it. We're like, what the hell?
We saw it with our own eyes.
But I guess they reined it back, so they locked it at 30 on the Switch.
Wow, that's a big rein back.
That is a big. The crazy thing is, those videos from PAX were the ones that got ruined because the sound. We didn't realize that
the mic thing. Yeah, I remember.
So we never got to post that up.
I remember.
But yo, that game looked fantastic on the Switch.
Salute to
them. It really
did. And we were the only ones that had that info. Because at that moment, that same day is the only day that he had the debug unit out of the Switch. And I said, do you mind if we capture off the screen of the Switch? He said, okay, go ahead. Because we gave him so much love on all the other games that they had there. It was just like, okay, yo, you just go ahead and do this. So you know how my little formula works.
I know how you be your bag. Yeah. That's been it. Solve anything else?
That's pretty much it, man. I fall in love with that and playing more AC Odyssey.
No doubt, you already know. And of course, we have the Incredible Hulk of this, aka the Access Gamer.
Ooh.
The Lord of Combat Sports. King of the statues. Demands nothing less than that premium experience. It is the leader of the Fraud Alert movement.
Ooh.
Beloved Lord King. How we doing, sir?
Yo, did Alistair Overeem fight last night?
Yes, he did.
Did he get
was last night?
Yeah, I missed it too. I you know what it is? It's ever since they not doing the whole with the whole situation. It's like I'm out of touch. But I heard he got dude out of there. Will Harris.
Oh, he got Will Harris out of there?
Yeah, Will Harris, because I saw there was a tweet up saying he apologized to his fans. He gonna be back stronger. I saw it second round TKO. That's what I saw. But I gotta watch it. Shout out to
my man Alistair Overeem. I've always been about him, but I like him more on steroids than anything else.
I was like, are we sure that he wasn't roided up?
Yo, Logic said he looked fantastic right now. Yo, shout out to
I'm
Jansen.
sure he looked fantastic.
Shout out to Jansen. He listened to this car changes off work. He shared off my oil pan. Yo, shout out to Jansen last night. We was at a party chat. So he's like, yo, y'all, I love y'all podcast. He's like, but no doubt, no disrespect, Cog, that you here, but King is my favorite Iron Lord podcast.
Oh,
No disrespect to you, Cog, that you in the chat, but King, shout out to him. Salute.
Thank you, sir. I do appreciate it. I wish. See, right now, Alistair Overeem can do all the drugs he wants because they only test him for the Rona. So right now, Jones, get back on them drugs, baby.
You are savage.
They only test him for the Rona, baby.
Hold on, let me get this $5 super chat from Stitch. Okay, let's talk about this so-called tech demo on PS5, but not no Mario Kart board edition. Sony has not shown any PS5 games.
We got debuted a new joint because he asked for it. Boom!
Yo, here we go.
Woo! Let's read the scripture. Let's read the scripture, y'all. The Book of X. Woo! Let's get it.
Yes. Love the little text in there.
You know what I'm saying? So what's going on, kid?
Oh, well, this week downloaded a couple of games for Game Pass. Shout out.
Better have been Final Fantasy.
So, no, I downloaded Final Fantasy. I've been appearing offline anyway for a minute. Just
get that Game Pass in. What we doing?
Yeah, so I downloaded the Final Fantasy and
Wait,
Gurgly? It was Gurgly?
Yo, Malacca.
Wait, what?
I don't like how you talk.
Wait, Bush King. Is it bushes though?
Yo, let me tell you something. Automatically, I was like Malacca. When Sovereign gets that reference, what I'm saying right now.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay. So the whole week, ever since, well, not the whole week, but ever since Valhalla did us dirty, I've been going back to, you know what? I got to finish up this AC Odyssey.
Right.
So I started off at level 35. Went back to it at level 35. I'm level, 60 right now. I'm 75 hours into the game. I've been trying to, crush this game. There's no crushing of this game. That's not gonna happen. Yeah. So I beat Medusa, and I think that was so epic, yo. I'm pretty sure they're gonna have other stuff in there because I'm into the old gods, guys. That's why Assassin's Creed Origins will always be my top favorite game of all time when it comes from Ubisoft. Games. I didn't care about Black Flag. I don't care about no pirates. I didn't care about the Spanish Inquisition. I didn't care about Italy. I don't care about none of that stuff. But this stuff is these two crush all those games. To me, to be honestly, the Assassin's Creed started with these two. Those other ones was like,
you know what's funny? I'm the exact opposite. Assassin's Creed ended with the other ones.
Wow. I feel you.
I have no problem with the new games, but I don't consider them Assassin's Creed games. I consider them like their own thing. Like they're not.
Yeah, I mean they deviated a lot. Like, but what I heard Valhalla's doing is bringing back some of the stuff from the old games that they cut out, like the one-hit assassinations. Like in AC 1 and 2, like when it came to assassinating like the big hits, I would sneak into their compound. Jig them with the hidden blade and bounce. That was the assassination. Now I played it like a Splinter Cell game.
Right.
You could do that in the new games, but the thing is, especially with AC Odyssey, since everybody has a health bar, unless you're a couple of levels above them, it's not gonna kill them in one shot.
Don't the enemies scale?
They scale. You can change it, right? If you're playing on normal, and then with normal scaling, you'll always probably be
on the same exact level as these wild ass dudes.
Yeah, but if you're playing hard with like a certain type of level scaling, they'll always be at your level, so you always have challenge. But then when it comes to murking people and silent assassinations, you're not going to see a lot of it.
Gotcha. That's not what it's about, and I'm glad that they changed that crap.
I just didn't like the fact that some people were legit tanks. Like,
so what? You know what I like about this? The jumping mode. The jump mode. You could be in a serious boss battle fight, and then two more red bar dudes will show up like, remember that joint you said?
Yo, this past week I had the bar full. I literally had 6 mercenaries on me at once. Wow. Oh, and then the thing is, some of them were like level 70.
Yes.
And I'm like, yo, what the hell? I never ran away from fighting that game. I ran away.
There's not even no point in running, man.
What armor was you wearing?
Take them on top of a mountain and drop them.
If you have the armor of Achilles, you're deadly. If you have the immortal armor, you're basically omnipotent. But right now I'm wearing the Greek hero's armor, right? So and I have the bow of Achilles. Right. So all the stuff like I'm wearing Jason's golden fleece, all that stuff, because I'm into all that mythology stuff. But I only said this because remember, this started off with me downloading Final Fantasy.
Right.
So I'm going from this graphical bliss and all this other stuff to throw on Final Fantasy.
Uh-huh.
Throw on Final Fantasy, and I said, "What the hell is that with these bars on the screen? Like, what the hell? Yo, it's 2 gray bars.
No, they had the hot scan like soft OTV.
Excuse me, pro scan, sir.
The pro scan, the sub with 1080p.
Yes. I said, what the hell is this madness? I said, oh, this is not. Oh no.
I did not feeling you right now.
I still find it's not fair to judge a game that was on the PS1 over a game that came out last year.
Hold on. Shout out to Mr. Aries on Twitch, man. That's my dude. Please get me to the lighthouse, sir. Good to see you on Twitch for the Lords. Continue, King.
So I'm like, yo, stretch it out, right? So I try to press the button and see, and I'm so far away from the TV, I didn't have my glasses on or whatever, and I'm pressing some button and it's speeding up the frame rate. Like I'm like they moving around really fast. I'm not gonna front. The polygons look great. They look great. Like they put them up probably to 720 or something like 1080p. But the background is still 440p. It's like you playing. It's like you took a Dreamcast game and put it on top of a Switch background.
Wow.
Like, yo, the polygons look nice, and they look sharp, like 1080p or 720. But the background definitely is 480i.
All I'm pointing out is we can continue.
Yo, listen, it is definitely the worst looking thing that ever hit Game Pass. Like,
wow. So Final Fantasy. Which number is this? I'm throwing it in
9, right?
It's Final Fantasy. Forget about it. Like,
it's in the bushes.
You have to be 100% fan. I don't feel Mr. Dominant Spencer. I don't know what was going on. I know somebody hit you in the DMs and you was like, "That's a good move." They only want 50 cents for this, so let me put that on. Yo, even to the full motion video, I said, man, yo, and then it made me say to myself, yo, I'm gonna go buy Final Fantasy 7 remaster to see a good Final Fantasy.
Oh, shout out to Black in the chat. What's up, Corey? How you gonna put your government out there? What's up, Black? You already know. Oh, no doubt. Do me a favor. Somebody get on Twitch. Attic, if you can. We gotta make somebody a mod over there. They get a little rambunctious over there. I got you, Diz. We'll set that up.
Over there?
Yeah, they loose. As a matter of fact, I'll set it up in a minute. But keep talking, Kay.
All right, so I did that, and also I took the dust off my PlayStation.
Oh, you got the dust off?
Was that the exact motion you made?
Oh, yes, I did. Literally, I had to go back there because the turbines on it, right? Because when you turn it on, the jet engine starts to hit. So I had to do that, did the updates, and then had to charge up the whack controller because you don't have the option. You must charge this controller. So charged the controller up, and then I started playing Persona 5. But I quickly jumped off of that and went right back to the AC Odyssey because it has my addiction right there. He said, "How dare I slander the Final Fantasy 9? David needs on full." Okay, listen.
Shout out to J-Mo Money.
J-Mo Money.
Super chat. Yo, listen. I'm sorry, bro. If it was great back then when I purchased it originally, right? And this is why you do not release a game the same exact way you did 20 years ago.
Jay Money and said Jitsu said it's the GOAT.
Yeah, it is the GOAT, but you need to wash the GOAT up and put the GOAT back together. He's a dirty, old, nasty GOAT. He's not aging well, sir.
The GOAT not aging well. So I guess they got a Final Fantasy 7 the GOAT. They got a high res film.
They better UnrealEngine5 that GOAT because that GOAT look.
Yeah, why does the GOAT have a chain on? I have not seen that.
You ain't see the Rockefeller? My man Jonathan B said he got a Rockefeller chain.
Shout out, but that's all I've been playing, and I'm gonna finish with some AC Odyssey as soon as I finish this today.
You already know, and of course we have the gaming ninja himself, the Shinobi, LordCognito, spreading that realness in the realm of the ILP. He said, "Why shoot? Not telling you what you want to hear, what you need to hear." But yeah, shout out to Sarah and Steven, 2 Ton Studios. They got their demo out of Unto the End. It's on Steam right now. It's for the weekend, so check it out, man. Shout out to Cat Daddy. We was getting it in, son. They on to something
for myself, man. I don't want to spoil it for myself. I was tempted,
bro. It's the ambiance, man. He's got it. Man. It's down when you get to the title screen and you just sit there and whoever's on his sound team, they got the crackling of the fire, and then wifey has got the Torment guy, his son, and wifey by the campfire, and then she's humming like this tune. So I had to hit him. I was like, fam. I was like, yo, that tune is fire. Who did wifey do that? He's like, yeah, she. I was like, he's on deck, man. So salute to him. He's definitely, like I said, they got a beta. Let you play for about 30 minutes of gameplay. Not too much. Just to give you a little feel what's going on. Atmosphere is amazing. It's literally like you have alone in the dark. I mean, out of this world. You know what I'm saying, with the ambiance where it's like, yo, what's that in the distance? What's going on over there? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of them games. You know what I'm saying? And then you got the combat. Cat Daddy says about 15 to 30 minutes. Yeah. So the combat, it takes a little while to get used to. They got some training joint. You know what I'm saying? But everything right now is in, it's in the beta as far as the demo. They're still working out Kings. They're still doing stuff, but they're taking feedback. So if you have feedback, please, send it over to them. So salute to them. You know what I'm saying? They getting close. You know what I'm saying?
Are they thinking this year? Like, is it coming?
Yeah, they said at the end of when I beat it, it said 2020 is dropping. Yeah, and they come. Remember, they out in gotta salute. They out in Game Pass. They be coming to Game Pass. So if you ain't on PC, it's coming to all platform. My PlayStation Nation is coming to y'all too. Switch gang coming in hot, all that unto the end, man. looking good so far. So I've been doing that. Shout out to Addict, put me onto that Gears Tactics on PC. Been loving it. Yo, Addict, man, we got to talk. I think I like Gabe Diaz as the new protagonist, man.
I downloaded it on my PC, so yeah, I'm gonna stop frauding Henrique. Lord Chocolata, Captain Flip Flop.
Oh my God, Jesus.
The man of 1,000 masks.
My name's Lord Addict, my name's Lord Addict, and I approve that message.
But AKA.
Oh, he said he pulled up. Brap said, "I am here. I hear the slander." Shout out to Brap for hearing the slander and pulling up on King. Salute.
Listen, AKA the Sony man. Anything Sony can, He-Man. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna be playing that on my outrageous PC that I have over here. So I'm gonna get that in.
Flossing on each other.
No, I had to floss on him.
Oh my God.
it wasn't us flossing together. It was only one floss.
Oh my God. Shout out to Brad for his beast of a PC that King is shaming.
No, I just had to let him know he got a beast, but I got a monster.
Oh
pause.
My God.
Hey, the only question is, the Series X gonna eat your monster?
Oh, hold on. We got Big Jansen in the building. Shout out to Tim Jansen, $2 super chat. So when we calling out these frauds acting, we will get to a lot of stuff.
Oh, I know you're tuned in for that. The 200 plus. Ooh, yo, let's get those likes because it helps the algorithm. Listen, I heard this from Boom.
It helps the algorithm.
It helps the algorithm when you hit the likes, and it also allows us to get more. So when Boom was saying it, I was like, yo, this is true.
Once we get over 150, we'll go into our fraud edition.
I didn't do the turn the beat around because I couldn't. Yeah. Okay, so and this is sorry, this is Cog joint, but I didn't do. I'm gonna do
turn the box around.
Turn the box around. You can see that statue. Yo, so being that we're doing so many reveals and stuff like that, that box has still been sitting there ready to get done. And I got another statue this week that I'm super excited about.
I prefer you to do that. It's like a little bit more like what's in the box.
What's coming? Yeah, it's kind of like a little, yeah.
Yeah, but usually I do the show and then they already seen it and then they get intrigued and go back to it.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, man. So that's I've been doing that. Gears. Shout out to Gabe Diaz. Shout out to Sinister. Yeah, I'm feeling Gabe Diaz as a protagonist, man. I don't know what's gonna happen. We know this is the past, right? But so far,
he did.
Easy. I don't know that yet.
No, I'm just saying. Gabe ain't make it. We don't never see Gabe ever again.
We don't know. He could be getting.
We don't know. Like Gabe could be alive in the current thing. Like, we don't know. We gotta see.
Shout out to the production values are insane. I did the Brumac fight. Oh man, it took a little bit of my soul, but people are saying that ain't nothing compared to the bosses you gonna have to fight later. But yeah, salute the Gears Tactics. Cannot wait. When console guys get it, Xbox guys get it, they're really gonna enjoy it. So I was doing that.
Can I say something real quick, man?
Go for it.
Because I seen Bone Slave inside the chat. Shout out to my brother. I'm really starting to feel it now. During this quarantine joint, I'm really starting to feel I'm not gonna see y'all this year.
I know. That's like the Cali team, man. I saw
I'm really not.
At the Ruler, Requeno, the crew. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yes. So shout out to Sinister. He said, the bosses got better. Yeah, man. I already know you, Blaze. I know how you get with them type games. So I've been doing that. Like I said, unto the end. Shout out to Streets of Rage 4. I'm going to continue to shame you on ILP every time we go live. The Game Pass version on PC. I'm going to continue to shame you. We now have got it to launch. So remember, it was 2-3 weeks. We couldn't launch it without doing tricks and all type of stuff on PC. Now we get it to launch. Shout out to Kaibatsu for really trying. Shout out to Master Race for not allowing me to do co-op.
Shout out to Troubleshoot Gaming.
Shout out to Troubleshooting. It is still a hot mess. Now again, no disrespect. Steam version, you guys on Steam, you guys are fine. I'm talking about the free 99 version.
Not fine. We ain't gonna act like Steam's fine. Steam might be fine with this game, but we ain't act like they fine.
Hold on, let me get Elemental Peel. Shout out, he's at LordCognito. Find out super chat. How many first-party devs using modified Unreal Engine tech already and ready for launch for Xbox Next Gen. Who did that for you? All right, no doubt. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. You know what I'm saying? No doubt. But yeah, man, I gotta shame that because it's unacceptable with the issues. Now, again, I'm not gonna throw Xbox under the bus all the way because it's still Dotemu to get this patch going and the certification going, but it's too slow. Like, if they want to make that platform serious, because I want to make it serious, so like I want to be over there, go back and forth, and you had these little issues. This would deter anybody. Now, in their defense, Gears Tactics has no issues, been rocking, no problem. But that particular game, Streets of Rage 4, the Game Pass version on PC, Game Pass on Xbox is lit. Ain't nothing going on with that.
Did they do that update I was talking about with the missing stuff? Because I know it was supposed to come. I'm not sure.
I saw a whole bunch of stuff happening on all these Game Pass commercials. I'm seeing popping out all over the place now. Yeah,
they out here.
Every time you on YouTube and let's say you click on a Digital Foundry video, and I notice it's especially key if it's on a PlayStation, anything that says PlayStation. For anybody that got a PlayStation platform, when you go to click on that video, Game Pass pops up and it says, find your new best game, something like that, your new favorite game on Game Pass. Yo, it's kind of crazy. They got a bunch of them too.
What's up, yo? Y'all want to get that? Want to get that super chat?
Shout out to Philly E with the $5 super chat. Shout out to the Iron Lord. Shout out to the family in the chat. Everyone smash that like button. This show gonna be fire.
Already know. Oh, we gotta throw the crest up. Hip hop is in there. Shout out to hip hop.
Oh my
man, my brothers, Iron Lords all day. You already know. God bless you.
Hip hop, I need you back because you gotta bring your knees to me. I need them knees because I saw Ghost of Tsushima and
oh come on, King. Not like this,
bro. The level of downgrade.
Not like this.
Oh, like bro. This. Yo, knees need to
shout out to hip hop. Shout out to him for jumping on my timeline and straight sending ether diss track to Linus Tactics. Salute to him for going at Linus through my timeline. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Elemental Peel, $2 super chat. Where is Rue at? When will they add Rue at Streets of Rage 4? Yeah, he in the game, but he just at the bar. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on. Shout out to the Forsetti on Twitch. You know what I'm saying? I see that. But yeah, that's been that for me. The like I said, the Streets of Rage, I got to get that going. And then I am on Destiny hiatus because I am not feeling what they're doing right now.
Yes, I saw the last word and I saw your ranting and your okay. You know what? Listen. Being that I'm the only one that's gonna keep being vocal about this last word because I watch religiously. It's like this is like a telenovela for me. I'm at the point right now. I even screenshot it and tell him, I'm watching you right now.
You tell like I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing.
He did some stuff where you're like closing your windows and stuff. Man.
Yeah,
like watching.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm not feeling you dudes talking about this is Godfather worst ever. They have definitely, and I see what they purposely doing. They're holding us back. And I'm like, yo, I'm actually having fun. Would you
salute to y'all? They not gonna force. They not gonna. What is it? They not gonna put the banana in the tailpipe, King. They just. Pause. They just gave us the Seraph Towers in the beginning of the season, and now they want to do the joint again. And it's like, community come together as if we're not going to reach.
Wasn't you the same person that wasn't feeling us going to the moon again? Because we just did that.
Nah, but it was different things to do.
Yo, he's a fraud. I gotta give it up to him. He's an absolute fraud. I waited so long to do this to you. You're a fraud.
Explain this.
Said, it was him, Oibantis, that said, I don't think it matters. I don't think we can launch those things anyway.
Yeah, so I told community, I said, you know what, community, don't do this. Let's fail it. Let's see if the story progresses. Because they frauded.
Am I the only one that think that's hilarious? Like, I think that's the only time ever that's like, you know what? We done. Let's let the Almighty finish this off.
Because the community is not with the okie doke. So they like, stop trying to act like the story wasn't there. Anyway, Saul is done with the Destiny talk.
You know why Saul ain't about it? Because he about that inner corner by himself stuff. Yeah. And this is a real community.
Saul just wants to ride a horse for 3 hours.
Exactly.
There you go.
Selfish experience. look, I'll leave it up. Yo, shout out to my brother Ebontis, man. We had the last word.
Please watch that last show so you can know how hard this dude is frauding right now. He is absolutely. Yo, I swear to God, I would have never gave him this fraud alert, but I'm sitting there with my mouth open, like I can't believe this guy is doing this.
We got a boycott. We got a boycott, man. I
gotta watch you live, so I gotta start jumping in your chats live and saying when you're frauding.
No. So anyway, a little revolt going on right now until we get some actual proper content. Oh, hold on. 108 Dragon, you already know. Brooklyn, stand up. Follow super chat. Call my Dr. Vankum from Ghostbusters. Ghost of Tsushima has to be put in the containment unit. Yawn. Oh, come on. Not like this, 108. We can't be doing that like that, Brooklyn. Come on, Brooklyn. Somebody get stepped.
We got a $2 super chat from Stitch. King, they even added a mission called The Lie.
Yo,
it's true.
It's true. That is true. If you watch them, they go in on that whole story too.
Yeah, they got some work to do. But look, Destiny's in the bushes temporarily right now until they get it together. But yeah, man, we got to get this poll out the way. Last week's poll results are in, and the people have spoken to the question: with the latest Series X gameplay reveal event, whom do you deserve most blame for its mostly negative reception from critics? The winner of a fairly competitive 4-way ILP poll at 41% was yes, Xbox deserves the most blame for overhyping gameplay. Coming in at second place at 26% was gamers. Y'all built up y'all expectations too damn high. Coming in at third place, very close, at 24% was third-party devs. Microsoft can't force developers on what specifically to show. And last place at only 7% was the I don't care, I still got my PlayStation 5 logo and controller reveal group. So shout out to all the lords who went in there. Sav, you are the victor. So how you feeling, man? They say in Xbox.
Deserve that smoke. That's why it was literally one word that derailed their whole. Listen to this. It was one word that derailed the whole thing. And the whole, I've never wanted to defend the internet, but the whole internet can't be wrong. So
they can so be wrong because the whole internet, the only vocal majority that you're listening to is the Sony dudes. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm just like I'm absolutely fed up with the hypocrisy that I see on levels that are unprecedented as we see it right now. You know, I didn't see.
Oh no, we ain't above 150 yet, King. Let's keep it.
It's the level of hypocrisy is just sickening. It's sickening. You know, I must wear my mask for this. No, the words did not speak. You know, that's the only time the Sony dudes ran out and hit that poll up. Because I'm gonna tell you right now. Listen, why don't y'all talk about the chugging of that frame rate on a daggone demo? Why don't you talk about that? We're gonna get into that.
We will get into it, man.
Goofies.
You kicked it. Shout out to all the people in the poll. Like I said, we will have the new one going up and all that good stuff. But we got to get into these topics, man. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. Obviously, we were talking about said demo. So, Ken, you want to bring it to the round, or we gonna set this thing up? What we gonna do?
Yes, set that up, please, because I'm gonna get into these dudes.
Yeah, man. So exactly. So it looks like there was a reveal this week. You know what I'm saying? As far as shout out to Lords, we actually did that right there on Summer Game Fest with Jeff Keighley. What you call it, King? Jeff
Quarantining with Keighley.
Keighley and friends.
Keighley and friends.
I like what he goes with that. But yeah, so we had the reveal. You know what I'm saying? Unreal Engine. You know what I'm saying? And I believe it was what's it? Lumen in the Land of the Nanites. You know what I'm saying? And it was on PlayStation 5 hardware. A good, what would I say, about 10 minutes or so of gameplay, actual gameplay of this demo, and then from there,
yo, hip hop. If you don't put it in color, I can't read it. You're shouting in the forest. Nobody can hear you.
Shouting in the forest. He said, "No, we can't do him." He said 10 frames per second monitor. Bro.
No. Listen, God bless. Say less. Just put it in color. I can hear you.
Stop doing that to the homie.
Anyway, you can put it in color. And I can hear you. Now I can see it. I can hear you. You put it in color.
You don't want to hear that slander. That's what
because when that color shows up, man, he puts those goggles on. Like,
yo, listen.
Goggles allow him to hear.
If a tree falls in the forest, did it actually fall?
So you saying hip hop talks in the middle of the forest, but unless you give him that microphone and he pays for it, no one hears him.
That's right. Put a bullhorn on that. Pause.
Shout out to Fastback NLG with the $5 super chat. The Lord's entertaining me while I wash dishes, so my wife lets me play Journey to the Savage Planet. Hashtag Game Pass fire, support, and be supported.
Fantastic game. Yo, see hip hop, that's how it's done.
You out of control right now.
Yo, I'm gonna mess with my homie all day, man. That's my guy.
So anyway, look,
there's definitely some YouTube videos out there somewhere, hip hop, that shows how you do a super chat.
Yeah, y'all out of control. Y'all need to stop leaving my mans alone. Trying to get my mans up in here. Anyway, so look, we got this joint to reveal. First time PlayStation 5 hardware, showing the tech, showing what could be done. So I want to bring it to the realm, probably two-part first. You know what I'm saying? First, just the impressions of the demo. We'll do the tech part and what it was doing and all that, but just the impressions of the demo. So I don't know, Attic,
first is a little misleading.
First let's mention. Let's be very clear. This is the demo from an engine that's on all platforms. Continue, King.
I just want to say it's a little misleading because they wanted to act like they were doing it on final PlayStation kits, and final PlayStation hardware. They keep saying PlayStation hardware, and it's kits. And in the background, I'm privy to a couple of DMs, and I'm going to explain. The hardware is not finalized, fellas. Even at this late stage in the game, it's not finalized. But going into and I'm going to get into that later, but going into the impressions of what I saw, it is a technological masterpiece.
Yes.
It is.
The lumens. What's up with them lumens? I told you.
We're going to stop acting like we don't know how Unreal and Epic does.
Yeah, facts.
Unreal and Epic has powered a generation, basically this generation, because a lot of our greatest games is using the Unreal Engine. A lot of game developers that were in trouble switched to the Unreal Engine and got the game up and running with great assets, and actually been coming in as some of those games of the generation or games of the year candidates. Isn't that Final Fantasy?
Bro, I threw Mortal Kombat 11 on last night. I forgot how glorious that looked.
Yes.
4K HDR. Yeah, Tekken's using it to a lot.
I was at a party and he's like, man, I was like, oh, you were good playing that on that Switch now, right?
Yeah,
you're playing on that 480p screen now,
he's not coming in hot. I ain't go for it because I was so happy, Soft, that it came out on Switch to like a ball of a kid, and I played exclusively the story on Switch. So now that the aftermath is about to come out and I'm getting ready, I said, let me play it on what you call it, on the X. I was like, good Lord, this is a whole different game.
Do you see the scalability of their engines? So when they say stuff like this is scalable on from a mobile to the highest end PC, and consoles is in between. Consoles will always be in between there. The highest end PC will always destroy a console. So like just when Attic said, would my PC be more powerful than my X? Yes, it would. All I just need to do is add an SSD to it and just smash this right to the face. And
hold on, King. We got to do these super chats.
Yeah, get them all.
You know how they go. So shout out to 108 Dragons TV with the $5 super chat. Shout out to Sa for being on camera. His streak is alive. Thought he was turning into the Captain America Lord Shield.
Wow.
The shaming finally worked, and I'm here.
Salute.
Shout out to Sovereign Cognito with the $2 super chat. Ponies on that Sony slave drive ship hashtag SSD.
Wow.
And then shout out to Hustle and Motivate.
Oh, that's my
$2 super chat.
What's up?
Hello, everyone. Attic needs to play Gears 5.
I'd rather rip my eyeballs out and feed them to my dog.
Wait, what is the Gears 5 hate? What happened?
Yeah.
I just don't like the multiplayer. I don't like the multiplayer.
He talking about the multiplayer.
I'm like, you like Gears 5.
No, I hate the multiplayer. If I wanted to just play with one gun, I would have played Destiny at the beginning of the season and just played the hard light the whole season.
Yeah, basically.
All right, so let's continue.
But I just felt that the level of detail, what the geometric engine is doing with the damn near billions of polygons, triangles, on screen, is giving you a level of fidelity that is unmatched right now by any engines that we've seen so far.
Right.
But being that this is the only, and I have to stress this to you guys again, this is the only engine that has presented itself in the next generation format now. All right, so don't go jumping out the window yet until you see CryEngine, the how the Decima engine goes up, how other engines there, because there's not just one company that does engines. There's other engine companies.
But we got to be real here, though. Look, the Unreal Engine is used on the majority of the games that we do play.
Because Tim Sweeney definitely is a billionaire, and he can tell you the silliest thing that I've ever heard, but it is the most.
But are we gonna talk? Are we ain't gonna act like the majority of Xbox Studios aren't using the Unreal?
Oh yeah, especially if you give a caveat as once your game sells 1 million, then you can start.
Don't you love how there's an out for him every time there's an out?
No, he literally says, and this is for the little devs. This is how you shore up your base and makes all the indie games look great. You tell them, well, until your game makes $1 million, it's free. Bruh, I might make a game right now, and I don't do the nickel until I make $1 million.
Oh my god! Shout out to Restored Hades with the $5 super chat. When PlayStation games go to PC, that they're going to be only on the Epic Game Store. Epic shows new engine on PS5, and Sony didn't even give a tweet. Yo, he out of control.
Yo, he might be on to something.
He might be on to something. But continue.
Hey, I've been saying this for the longest time.
Yo, I didn't even think about that angle.
But overall, your impressions were strong.
Oh, it was magnificent. It was how well. See, they do it every generation with the new iteration of the engine,
right?
But it showed me not the speed when she was flying through the air,
right?
To hell with that,
right?
When she was walking through the statues, and you saw the light off of the light in her hand, the blue light, and you get past all the little chugging here and there. But because they didn't show it on the powerful PC, they showed it on the lowest end on the next generation. I mean, they showed it on the least powerful.
But the SSD, King, you ain't with T. We're not supposed to talk. We're not supposed to put the tech. My bad.
Hold on.
We're not going to talk about that.
What you're saying is he's saying, they pop they stuff off on the wrong console, man. If they would have been on the 12 teraflops, it would have been fine.
This is what you do. You get the least common denominator, and you put it on there, and you say, see, if you can run on this, what the X will do is crazy.
But let's be real here. Is he wrong?
This is basically we know it's the weakest console. Let's not even act like it's not.
True, but the SSD, it was supposedly engineered.
Yeah, I don't want to hear this
towards the SSD.
You know what?
I don't want to hear.
We got mods in the round. He gonna coming up next.
You know what I do not like?
What's that?
I do not like people yelling out, but that SSD made it super fast. It was flying through the air super fast.
There was confirmation it was not using the full power of the SSD.
Yeah, see, it was holding back, King.
So technically,
this isn't even the SSD's final form.
Yo, you still addict, you stupid.
It wasn't using the full power of the PlayStation because the kit wasn't even finished. But I'm surprised. What if it comes out they wasn't even had an SSD hooked up to it at all?
Stop it. Anyway,
I'm just saying this, right?
You know what, King? I think you're onto something.
These dudes don't know what an SSD is because they're coming from a console, right? So if you could talk to PC dudes, shout out to Madz for being here, because so Madz can explain to these people that don't understand an SSD does not render.
SSD is literally just a way more advanced storage. That's literally all it is.
We will talk about it, but overall, you were impressed. We got that part.
Listen, I say, oh my God, because it made me think of what a Jedi Fallen Order 2 will look like, what the next Tomb Raider will look like. I thought it was a game. I was disheartened, but I was happy at the same time that, okay, this is not a game, but these assets will be used, because that last demo of the Unreal Engine 4, those same assets were used in other games later on that you saw, not the assets itself, but the polygons, the power that they use. And I think they realized that at the end of this generation with the Unreal Engine 4, I think it reached its potential. So if this Unreal Engine 5 can reach its potential, is what we saw on screen.
Right. No doubt. Shout out to Jansen with the $5 super chat. How much money for me to come in and roast Brap's hypocritical butt? Claiming PC for hyping PlayStation 5 like it's just big. Why are we attacking Brap randomly?
Look, man. We won't go into that.
What does Brap do?
he was in my timeline. And he was on my tweets, so he knew
okay.
what was going down. That's right.
This is the big shout out. Shout out to OBJ to John. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, DMV in the building? All right, so before we get my no mods in the building, we're gonna talk tech. I gotta get. I'm gonna get the rest of the lords first. Attic, you.
Oh, the rest of the super chat. Let's knock out the rest of the super chat.
My bad. Get the
super chats. I got shout out to Senjutsu Sage with the $5 super chat. Nvidia's mesh shaders demo had more than double the number of polygons on screen at 50 million drawn, 3.5 trillion triangles total, more than the demo. Yeah, I mean, the thing about Nvidia, the funny thing is that pretty soon Nvidia's they talked about Ampere, but Ampere right now is not. They haven't talked about the gaming applications necessarily for Ampere just yet. But once the 3080s and the 3080 Ti start getting talked about, it's funny because everything we're talking about now is gonna be sort of null and void. Like the PC is gonna step it up yet again, which is always what happens.
Always.
But not to say anything. What we're getting is impressive for what we're getting.
So Sav was impressed. Let's get right into you, Sav.
Okay. One more for 108 Dragons to the final chat. Let's not forget that EA, Ubisoft do not license their engines out. Epic Unreal Engine is made for devs on all platforms as well as Unity. That's right. We haven't even seen what Unity is doing for
Also, let's give a shout out to 108 Dragon. My man is definitely back in full effect.
Salute.
And respect.
Hold on. Christopher Hart is in here. He's shooting his shot. He's letting people know.
Okay, you gotta read that for the culture, man. You gotta read that for the
He said $2.
King gotta read that.
Yeah, King gotta read
that. All right. Christopher Hart for the 199 super chat. This is how it's done, my man. Christopher Hart, respect that. PlayStation 5 SSD superior, Series X SSD inferior. You know what? You're right. You are absolutely right.
You on to something?
No, he's right. The PlayStation 5.
He wouldn't say he's on to something though.
He's on to something. You can hit that with him.
He on it.
He's on to something because the SSD drive is definitely way more capable of an SSD than the X. But at the same time, you don't have a terabit of it. I don't know how it's gonna fill up, and we don't know how it's going to work. Theoretically, we hear how it works. And being that I think this is your first console generation. No, seriously. I really honestly think this is his first console.
We got to young shame him now on his gaming.
That's what it is. Being
that it's your first time buying a system.
Remember a couple weeks ago, he started talking. I was like, I was like, he gonna make this about my age.
I can even talk
this is baby's first console.
Yes,
I can talk to Cognito and Sovereign about this because
gotta give him a compliment and then knock him down.
Yeah, exactly.
We thought the Saturn, that on paper, the Saturn was superior to the PlayStation. In execution,
it was
good point.
It was
good point.
Right?
It's all about development tools, execution. I feel like
we got to see what happens with that. But you're right. That is true. I'm not going to shame that. That's the truth.
No doubt. Let's get Elemental P.O. file a super chat. So when will we see the character we control having those crazy polygon count? No doubt. I see where you're going with it. You know what I'm saying? Stitch.
Gears.
9 teraflops is less than 12 teraflops.
Here we go with the flexing. We already know.
I think that's it for now. Yeah.
Soft transition right in. Just your impressions of the demo, and then we'll get mods in the building.
Okay, so let me talk about my impressions of the presentation first, right? Because I wanted to compare like the way they did it, right? I thought they got into the presentation quickly, which I loved, and then they folded it with all the talking afterwards. I think just like the Game Awards, like the Game Awards is going through a lot of changes and growing pains to the point now where Keighley understands that in order for it to be successful, you have to. Okay, you have to big up the devs, right? That's what the awards are for, right? But you have to focus on the main ones that everybody knows about, right? The game director, game of the year, stuff like that. That's what people want to watch. Right. In addition to the reveals. The reveals is the biggest thing that brings people to the show.
Facts.
I think with this, because this is what Keighley wants moving forward, right? We're gonna have some form of a in-person type of event, but this is what Keighley wants. So this has to improve. So that whole half-hour conversation afterwards, we don't want to see that.
Was it feeling the attic talk? Is it 4 different dens and attics of somebody's house?
I'm not about that. It. Just look. I understand it.
They had good cameras.
Oh, shots! Damn.
We did.
Continue.
But yeah, record that, put it off to the side. You don't want that as part of the live show. It slows everything down. So that said,
that should have been its own YouTube video.
Exactly, something apart. That said, I agree with King. When we talk about the Xbox presentation, this is kind of what I wanted to see, right? Show us what the machine's going to do. And again, that's expectation on our part, but this is what I want to see. Now that said,
what the machine can do.
Exactly. That said, right, we have to take a lot of this with a grain of salt. If you look at, you go back to when they first revealed Unreal Engine 4, 3, same thing. It took quite some time for the games to get to the point where they're even comparable to what the engine was showing off, right?
How many years?
Years,
like almost 3 years, right?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So I mean, to expect that from out of the gate, I think is overreaching a little bit. If we do get it, I will eat crow. If we do get it all, I will eat crow completely. If this first stuff out of the generation kind of looks that way. So I thought the demo was great. What I didn't like is the sort of capping, like when they said this is that you can plug in the controller and play this. Cool, you can plug in the controller and play this. Now tell me, what does that mean? Does it mean that I can plug in the controller and walk the exact same path that she walked in the demo? Or can I stray off to the side and check out what's over on the left, or check out or is that even rendered?
Are you questioning the validity of this gameplay tech demo?
Like, what does this mean, really? Right?
I think we both know what that means.
Exactly. So, and forget about,
you were asking a rhetorical question. That's
exactly. Forget about ponies versus bots and stuff like that. Just in general, like we need to be, gamers need to be smarter and better about the information they take in and disseminating that information and understanding it. Because come on, man, like really, if you tell me you can plug in the controller and you can walk over here and climb here, and you can walk over here and climb here, that's different. No, you're telling me the same path that she walked in the demo, I could do that. And okay, so what about NPCs? When you account for NPCs, when you account for AI, like it's not quite that. So it's a little disingenuous to be like, you can plug it in. This is what it is on the PlayStation 5. That's not fair. It's not fair to do that. And it's like, and I noticed this oftentimes. We get treated like we're idiots. Like. They try to pull fast ones on us on both sides of the argument.
So are we saying that this demo was frauding to you or something?
It's running on hardware, so it's not frauding. But the language around the descriptions of it is once again has to be questioned. The same way saying is Aaron Greenberg is like gameplay.
What he's saying is what he's saying is what they're saying, what they're doing is two different languages, and they don't meet up with each other.
But Sav is questioning that, like, as if it's a predetermined path on rails and that you can't venture off. Dr. Jonathan B says Sav has questions.
That is probably the case. That is probably absolutely 100% the case. And so we need to be cognizant of that when we start talking about, and the thing is that we get mad is that people out there talking numbers don't know what the hell they're talking about. Like, listen, I love this stuff. I love the numbers. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Like straight up, I'm going by what I hear and what I read in depth into it.
But he said it was a controlled demo for. I didn't think it would come at this.
Nah, it was a very controlled demo. So again, let's keep.
Well, at least he's keeping the same energy because the same way that he gave Microsoft the joint, that's
business. That's straight up business.
Are we lashing out just because Microsoft got bad PR with their game flavor?
Oh, this is what happens. This is what happens when you don't keep the energy in the same way. This is what happens. This happens to you.
Yeah. Oh my God! Continue some of that. We gotta get these super chats.
To me, but beyond that, it's impressive. And if we see that level of fidelity, this gen, I'm gonna be very impressed. I'm gonna be very happy.
Right.
We'll talk about later when we talk about Ghost of Tsushima. We'll talk about what I feel like is not happening.
Some got questions.
About in the guts of games. Like for me, again, gamers got to be better, man. Like we get all blustery and happy when we see hot graphics, and we're not questioning the guts of things. You know what I'm saying?
We vertical slice the finesse?
No, we just like we fall in love with fidelity. We fall in love with frame rates, and at the end of the day, we're getting a lot of the same type of games, just in different clothing. And we're not necessarily addressing that when we speak to these things. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Let me say something to Christopher Hart. Chris, it wasn't a Sony event. Oh, like I gotta break it to you, sir. I know you're starved, and I told you on Twitter. I feel you. I feel you. Me too. I'm starving too. I'm like my plate of Sony alone is no plate. I can't take pictures of that plate because there's no food there. You know, it's one pea, one juice, and one nugget now. But
in case you ain't noticed, King eat, so he definitely needs a full plate.
So when you actually get a PlayStation 5 game, because what Microsoft was showing you games that you're going to play this year and next, you actually get a game and not a tech demo paid for and financed by Sony with another billionaire trying to prop up an engine that's going to be. It's like repping a used car. It's like you renting a used car, talking about it's yours. No, it's for everyone.
You share that girl?
Everyone that girl.
The Memphis Bleak chick. Is that your chick? Is that your chick?
Everyone had a ride. It's horrible. It's horrible.
It's like a meat locker.
Wow. That's crazy.
That's great.
Don't rock pom-poms for that. Wait for a PlayStation game to be announced that you could be like, yes, you could rep that because you repping an engine that everybody gonna get a turn on.
Wow.
That's not the, we actually
analogy.
Are better than you use her. Like, I mean, like, have you saw Gears 5 lately? So I would like hold back on the enthusiasm, sir. I got you.
This is going too much. Look, we got to get these super chats. Attic Solve, I need your help because we be missing.
What did we miss?
I don't even know where we're at. Man.
Oh, see, there you go.
Okay, hold on.
I can get it.
Okay, I think we're on
stage.
Peace Lords hit the PS5. Face model was pure trash. I think that's where we left off. Because someone said 9 teraflops is less than 12.
We got that.
After that,
we got a $2 super chat from Emerald A. Definitely butchered your name. My apologies. Peace Lords. The PS5 Unreal Engine face model was pure trash. Wow. Got a $2 super chat from Cat Daddy Fat Stack. 33 teraflops is more than 12. 3080 Ti master race.
Okay. That 3080 Ti is gonna be crazy.
Get Sage.
Okay, hold on. We got Sage. Senjutsu Sage with a $10 super chat. Series X SSD before compression can load 8 gigabytes into RAM in 2.2 seconds. Add SFS, right?
Yep.
Only 1/3 of half of that may be needed for same visual result. How fast? 0.74 seconds and 1.1 seconds respectively.
No doubt, no doubt.
Way above my head.
Yeah, he hit his bars. LMNOP on $2 super chat. That tech demo was an interactive cutscene. I think we got that. And then somebody gets Stitch.
We got a $5 super chat from Stitch. PC Master Race is the goal, but what are you going to do with all that power when you can't play any games because all lobbies are filled with cheaters?
Okay.
You know what? No, hold on. You got to put he's on to something. You got
it. You got to on something for that one. They're going to be a little spooky with the multiplayer competition. Yo, shout out to Smitty Smith. Yeah, go ahead. Get Smitty Smith. You get it.
Then we got a $2 super chat from Smitty Smith. The Unreal Engine belongs to the streets.
Why you gotta say it like that? Anyway, like you were saying, Sav, you have finished up, right?
Yeah, I finished up, man. I'm excited if this comes to fruition, but we just got to temper our expectations a little bit out of the gate.
Yeah. Listen, is Madz in the building? Madz Gaming.
Yes, sir.
What's up,
hey guys, can you hear me?
There we go.
Listen to that mic.
That
he
mic
sounds crisp.
He sounds crisp. What's going on?
Yeah,
Madz?
I've got new mic, so yeah. Actually, that's like first show with the mic, so I'm kind of testing it right now. So
man, that mic sounds better than Cognito. You want to do our intro?
Yeah, he's trying to get you the host now.
Oh man, I would do
homeless motherfucker with
the dealer already upsetting the children on the Lord's Day.
Hey,
I was just about.
I gotta make it for lost time. All right.
I was just about to say I had watched your video, and when you broke it down, I said he broke a lot of dudes' hearts.
Oh, God.
Shout out to the dealer game, and we got Madz and dealer. So let's go. I want to get you two real quick. Obviously, we're on the Unreal Engine tech demo, PlayStation 5 hardware. Just the impressions first, no technical stuff yet. Just your impressions of the demo. So Madz, you're up first, and then let's get dealer.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Hi, Diller. Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, I mean, I was super impressed. I mean, like, listen, I would have to be blind not to see the graphical fidelity and that kind of stuff, right? I mean, I was impressed with the global illumination. I know it's not ray tracing, and ray tracing would probably be better, but like, you know, seeing what we've seen anyway, it's like very impressive anyway, right? Like all those reflections.
So that lumen, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man, you need to stop with that. Like, you haven't stopped saying lumen in 3 days.
I just like King to say, shut the hell up.
But
I'm waiting for King to say he ain't say it. So I was like,
listen, I'm not listening to nothing that he's saying because he out here capping. All I know is none of that has happened on the Switch. Maybe.
Oh, continue.
Switch had that Unreal Engine 5, it'd blow up.
Scalability, baby, scalability.
You don't even need grenades in the army anymore. Just give everybody a Switch.
Shout out to the guy Tim Tweedy. He said mobile devices. Continue.
Yeah,
Switch coming in hot. Unreal 5. Let's go. Continue.
Yeah, so lighting was great, and obviously, you know, lighting is very important for the whole kind of like realistic feel and look, to be honest with you, right? Yeah. But like what I was really impressed with was obviously the amount of geometry they were able to put on the screen, right? Yeah, so I'm not really going to too much detail about it, but like, you know, you can actually like see every single, because like usually you've got like a rock, right? And you've got like a slab of texture basically put on that, and some desolation or whatever, right? But no, like this time around, you've got like a nice rounded rock, right? It's an object, not like a flat texture. So that's totally different. But obviously, the amount of geometry they've put that was very impressive. And like generally speaking, like I was really impressed. So and they were really hyping up those two techniques. This I forgot the name.
Nanites?
Nanites, yeah. So that's the whole geometry thing, right? Where you can actually stream that from very fast from SSD or whatever, right? And obviously the aluminum, so the lighting, that was very impressive. And you know, I get that it's just a demo, and you know, we that's not like a proper game. We're not going to play it,
right?
Although from what I'm hearing, actually we will be able to test it out. All you have to do is just download the Unreal Engine 5 once it's out. And apparently Tim Sweeney actually said that everyone will be able to test it out on PC, right? So obviously it's not as easy as downloading the game, but you know, I'm sure that some PC guys will actually test it out on their you know, PC rigs for sure. So I was very impressed with that demo. I'm sure that some games will come close to what we've seen.
Right.
However, last comment on that is that I found a very interesting comment about whether it will be really possible to make games like that.
Right.
And I do believe that it is possible because it was running live, like real time on PlayStation 5.
Right.
But I'm not sure if you've seen this comment from Rav Grassetti, and I think he's a designer at Santa Monica Studios, right? So the guys that created God of War,
right?
And and this is what he actually said: "Quote, kudos to the art team that can create with this fidelity for 30+ hours of gameplay." Then somebody chimed in. I won't really name this person because it doesn't matter. Right. He basically said, "Well, actually, you can make that scene with mega scans alone," right? So he was actually referring to those film-like kind of assets that you can actually upload from, you know, some website, whatever, right? And he replied, "Yeah, try to make a 30 hours game with mega scans. Let me know how that goes," right? So
I love mega scans, though.
Me too. It looks fantastic. So reality of it is that it all depends on the size of the team, budget, how much time you've got. So can you make games looking like that? Yes, you can. But how many developers will really have budget to do that and time to do that? well, I guess we will have to wait and see.
No doubt. Shout out to Stitch with the slander. $2 super chat. Phones today are stronger than the Switch, Cock. Continue. All right, so we're going to get on my man.
He didn't want to talk too much about that.
I had to keep that pushing. I got to keep that pushing. So, Lord Dealer, man. I mean, obviously, we've got that revealed. We're going to get into the deep aspects of the SSD and the tech stuff next, but I wanted to get your overall impressions of this demo. How he just started off with a giggle. He started with an evil laugh.
No, I
was it that good or was that bad?
No, I mean it's good. I just remembered trolling Attic. You texted me and he said, "What do you think about that demo?" I said, "This shit's held back because it's on PC now, right?" Trying to use the logic against these people. But again,
I didn't see that.
I know you didn't. Your beard was in the way.
It was, man. Sometimes I gotta comb it down.
Oh my Lord!
You need to pomade that. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's just like a rat tail hanging off your face. Let's go ahead and.
Then I literally am a character.
Attic's beard shaving has been good. Continue, Dealer.
No, Attic's amazing. He's a good friend. But I do gotta say, because my video exploded. I have no why. You know, YouTube guys, whatever, 350,000 views in 2 days.
Flex,
I don't know.
Flex.
I got no clue. Flexing. So basically, when it comes down to
who did that for you, Dealer Gaming?
I don't know. I don't know who did it. But when it comes down to it, as I said in the video, I'm very impressed by the tech demo. I feel like if Xbox guys saw this at an Xbox showcase, they wouldn't say a thing about it. And I feel like that is probably one of the best looking things we have seen coming out of the next generation talk.
Yes.
And it's demonstrating new technologies you don't really see on Xbox or PlayStation today. So I liked it. And it wasn't really even a first party thing. It was more of a third party kind of deal with Epic. Right. And when Sony are going to show a bunch of amazing software on top of this, that's what people are going to understand. So the whole 1440p 30 talk, as I said in the video, this is not optimized. They are showing off at this point. Look, we got 1 million triangles and 17 billion polygons per nipple on these statues. There's 1 billion statues in this room, and you can't even see 14 of them. You know, like, they're not optimizing in any way whatsoever on this demo. And I feel like if you wanted to double frame rate, you could easily checkerboard this. You could easily do a lot of things with optimization to get this up to 60 FPS. And on Series X, they're going to look even better.
So, that's what King says.
You know, ray tracing hardware was not even in use there.
Right.
Series X has all that compute on top of the additional ray tracing hardware that can handle up to 13 TF of traditional software ray tracing. Again, I'm very excited for the future. I like the way this demo looked. I had said it in the damn video. This light powered part of the demo was possible on Series X, and we know that. I mean, look at the Spider-Man SSD movement test they did.
Yeah.
That camera was flying so fast, the screen ripped off of itself. This wasn't even close.
Yeah.
And, you know, they already confirmed this will run on PC. They ran it on a 2080 Max-Q and a laptop, and it ran better.
On a laptop.
Yeah,
you know,
you got to do the shot in the laptop.
Well, that's because I need people to understand exactly how far off a section of this community is and how time after time we're right about this crap, and people still don't shut up. So my lesson to a lot of people is when I'm not saying that on Twitter, I'm letting people take L's. You might want to you might want to just stop talking.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's just how it is.
So other words, go ahead and bell Diller on Twitter, and if he ain't saying nothing, don't say anything.
Yeah, don't say nothing. All right, your tracker is too damn good.
We got some guns in here, man. Shout out to JD Game with the super chat, $20 super chat. Simple facts: the UE5 demo impressive, yes, but it can be done on both the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. Does PS5 have a better SSD and I/O? Yes, it can. Pop in.
Go ahead. No,
yes, it can stream in assets faster, but you still need a powerful GPU to process those assets and enter the Xbox Series X. Get the other ones that I missed. I'm sorry.
CombatTalk with the, I don't know, that's Australia, $5 super chat. Tim Sweeney wanted to show how good the Unreal Engine 5 looks on the weaker hardware.
Oh my God.
I think you're onto something, and I think that needs to be highlighted because we all know going into the next generation.
King David, why you got to do that?
Why you got
shout out to Optimus Cole.
Oh, Cole. Shout out to Cole, bro.
Shout out to Cole with the $25 super chat saying nothing. Hey, Cole just dropping the mic. Come in.
Put some bars in there, Cole. I already know what's going on. Look, I hear what you're saying, Dylan. Look, for me, I was impressed. You know what I'm saying? I liked what they actually preferred. Shout out to Saul, because I actually preferred the Digital Foundry breakdown video post their thing. Because I'm with King. They started off strong by just showing the gameplay, and then it became the whole Jeff Keighley and friends in everybody's attic, and they lost me at that part. You know what I'm saying?
What did we talk about in the background? He needs to, the same way these dudes want to shame inside of the Xbox and anything the Xbox does, and they want to praise this dude for giving you the 9-minute demo and 49 minutes of talking. What I want you to do is give us a breakdown on what this is going to be about, so we can skip and leave it and leave it up to the professionals to break it down. Because I learned more with Digital Foundry and everybody else than I did with quarantine with Keighley, because I hated them in separate sections of their own attic. They looked like they was in the same house.
Did you call this man quarantine?
Yes, man, it was horrible, and everybody's sitting there talking about it was a great show. It was a horrible show. It was a great tech demo that was 9 minutes, and you take the rest of the show and let me see if y'all really sit through that crap. It was, and y'all was talking about this. Y'all was looking at everything else but what was going on.
Man, I was like, I liked the demo, but I was so frustrated after that demo. I was like, I woke up for this. Like,
it was just again.
I could have woke up and caught the replay.
I heard the night before what it was. I didn't know exactly. I didn't know. I thought it would be a new game, but I knew it was an Unreal 5 thing, and I still didn't wake up. I didn't give a shit.
Yeah, listen. Man, at the end of the day, I definitely did not like the presentation as far as a whole as a show. The actual demo impressive. Shout out to the Lumen technology. Definitely feeling that little.
Oh my god.
The rate. I don't know if it's a full rate. Would you call it a Madz and dealer?
The bugs.
A ray tracing substitute, because I like the way John Linneman
global illumination.
No, but they actually, John Linneman said something about how it could be used in conjunction with ray tracing.
That's what I was just about to say. I thought that was
because it's definitely not a substitute.
Right. But the thing that
you can use global illumination for the lighting and ray tracing for reflections.
Reflections. Yeah.
And by the way, Gears 5, the Series X version.
Yes.
That's why they focused so hard on this advanced GI that they're using. They're using a very, very high-end version of global illumination for the Series X version of Gears 5.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty impressive, man. It looked really good. The rock formations when she was up against the wall, all that stuff.
What about the particle system, though? Like the bugs on the ground that were actually, it's actually a particle system they masked or disguised as bugs, right? And they react to the light, right?
Yes.
I learned that from you watching your video when you said that, because I thought they was actual buds or an asset or something, but you said that was like the particles using from the nanites technology, something like that.
Yeah, and they designed them and looked like bugs. They set certain radiuses around the light that those particles could engage, and that's what building a video game is. A lot of it is the illusion, right? And that's a particle system disguised as bugs that reacts to light, and it's very convincing.
It's funny how you use that word illusion, because Sony is used to using smoke and mirrors. And
I really like that. David Copperfield in the background.
Here we go. Look, man, we got to get this super chat.
Yeah. Shout out to Rob C with the $10 super chat. I heard they showed it on PC, not the PS5. I don't know how true that is.
No, it was on the PS5.
That's on
PlayStation 5.
Yeah, PS5 can run that. Yeah.
So look, let's get right into the smoke here. You know, there's a lot of controversy going on in reference to, obviously, SSD.
I didn't even give my opinions on, but okay, let's go.
You said it was multi-platform. I'm done. All right, so continue.
No, I never said that.
It was like, it's a multi-platform engine while we talk about it.
He smacked his lips together like that.
That was quick. Had to get your balls off. Get your balls off.
Look, at the end of the day, it's a multi-platform. Look, it was an impressive demo. And you know what I really liked at the end is, you know, with the whole flying thing, like that shows like what set pieces and stuff can look like next gen. So, you know, I'm really excited to see exactly, you know, what Unreal Engine 5 does. I mean, Phil Spencer pretty much confirmed that Hellblade 2 is being made with that. So,
well, it's an upgradable engine.
That's still that's 4, yeah.
Did you guys know that it's upgradable? So if you're using 4, you can actually upgrade to 5 and utilize those new features.
Scalability is very cool.
It's definitely a nice thing because, you know, regardless what people, you know, besides the whole Twitter thing and the whole console BS stuff on Twitter, you know, the demo was the best part that we've done all week, and it was, you know, besides GhostOfTsushima, which we'll get to that later. But you know,
God, let's get it.
We can get to it. We'll get to it.
But you know, but at the end of the day, It's an engine that's on multiple consoles.
It's a multi-platform. Yes, we got that part. So look, let's get to the controversy. Let's get to the smoke. Obviously, the first thing was, the rumors are going around initially. You know what I'm saying? That this demo could only be done on PlayStation 5.
Who started that rumor?
Yeah, who said that?
Well, I will read.
Which group of people did that?
I will read the great Tim Sweeney put this out there. He said the Unreal Engine 5 tech demo would absolutely not be possible at any scale without these breakthroughs that Sony made. And then he said that PlayStation 5 SSDs are far ahead of high-end PCs. And this is again the CEO of Epic. So this went a little rampant. Shout out to Linus Tech Talk, who had some things to say and fired some shots back. He pulled out some SSDs that apparently do exist that are faster technically than the the PlayStation 5 SSD. So look, let's get into the semantics of the demo, and then shout out to Solve because you brought it.
So hang on, Cognito. I gotta ask you.
Let's go.
So how come? Because for one, when he says the breakthrough Sony made, remember this is a marketing thing,
right? I'm gonna get to it.
So I just want to really take the time to pile drive this shit because secondly. If you're talking about if not for these breakthroughs, it wouldn't be possible. But then your shit runs on a 970 Evo,
language, sir.
which isn't even close to PS5 speed.
Sunday for the Lord, for the kids, for the children, for the little children.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you're on a far slower SSD on the PC, and your demo's running just fine. What breakthroughs are we talking about, Cognito?
Well,
do you have the answer?
This is when you get the money in one hand and you're talking out the other side. Because when you get the money in one hand, the money is going to tell you you can only do this here, and then
I don't even
hits on the other side. We're going to let the demo out for the world to use.
I don't even for the world to use the world that has no SSDs as quick as this one.
I thought it was breakthroughs that only Sony can do, but that's when the money's talking here.
I don't necessarily think that this is even about money with Epic. Like I think their long-term game is like we're going to scratch Sony's back and they're going to drop these PlayStation exclusives on our front door. Like,
Hey, that's a good point.
But if it's in PlayStation now, run by the Epic Store, they get it later.
So at the end of the day, look, this caused a lot of controversy on social media. A lot of the PC community was very upset at these statements. A lot of the Xbox community was very upset. And then
especially the PC people, man. When you start attacking their hardware, they
they're like, this is my girlfriend. What do you mean, Tim?
So shout out to Solve, man, because you brought it to my attention, Solve, that I want you to read that. As far as, it was revealed that it could be run on the 2070 and with a standard SSD, that exact demo?
Yeah, running at 40 frames per second or something like that. Well, like Dealer said, then they were running it on a 2080 Max Q on a laptop. But initially, one of the first things that came up was something that was far less powerful, running
2070 Super, which is kind of similar in a 970 Evo.
Yeah, right, correct. So again, let's get to that. As far as that whole controversy, what are you guys thinking about that? Does this, I'm gonna say, detract from what was shown? The fact that reports now are coming out regarding the SSD and regarding the fact that the demo actually can be run on other hardware, or do you believe it, or do you feel like it will run, but it won't run as efficiently because of the PlayStation 5 SSD tech? And I actually let Dealer Madz, you guys could jump off.
I mean, what part? I mean, when it comes down to it, and Madz will agree, when you're flying through the level like this, which we were all impressed by, there are ways, at the very worst case scenario, which by the way may not even need to be done at all, to make this a little easier for streaming solutions that aren't quite as quick. Secondly, you're not really factoring in the 100 gigabytes of real-time in-game assets that I've been talking about forever with the virtual memory. That's a big deal. And if you're able to use that compression block to speed up the transfer of that data from that SSD to that RAM, you're no longer limited at 2.4 gigs per second on the SSD. Right? That's just how it works.
That's how it works.
So if they are not able to get enough data out quick enough to do a flying sequence like that, which doesn't seem like it would be the case, then they can always reduce texture resolution or something else to reduce the amount of bandwidth that's needed there. And add some damn motion blur. I don't know. I'm sorry. I forget. Okay. So,
well, demo was in 30 frames per second, so it did need some motion blur for sure.
Man, why you gotta be like that?
The demo was in 30 frames per second at 1440p and still was chugging. I'm just saying. And okay, Am I bugging out here, or did everybody else see the frame rate chugs in certain sequences? And then I truly believe that this is a lie on the part.
Christopher Hart said, "Shut your mic off."
I hear that, but when they were going through the gaps, we have learned about these gaps and the loading sequences, and I know that we will have loading in the next gen. Please don't believe that just because you got this magical SSD, there will never be another loading screen. You're going to set yourself up for such a level of disappointment and such a flame on next gen. It's going to make no sense. But when she was going through the cracks, Tim Sweeney said, and I quote, this was to highlight the assets up close. You could have did a whole lot of things. You could have turned to the wall and looked at the asset up close. So why didn't you have an open doorway leading to the next path? That's my opinion of it, because I've seen this in Tomb Raider. I've seen this in other games like God of War, when they're going through doors or when they're squeezing through something.
The hidden load screen, right?
Yes, the hidden load screens that we have been such accustomed to going forward. And I believe that this is disingenuous on their part when it comes to this big saying that there's no load screens because the SSD is so fast you will never see another load screen. The end of load screens is here. Why you didn't need to do that crack then? All you had to do was walk in between the statues that was there to show the assets up close.
Mad Jack is coming for y'all armchair developer.
I'm not a developer at all. I'm a person that purchases consoles in multiples. So when
multiples,
when multiples, when
armchair developer, armchair commenter who thinks he's a developer.
What I was talking about. Yeah, you got to understand that Xbox, Microsoft, and Sony are not just trying to sell us on systems. The industry as a whole is working together to sell us on new systems and new tech. And you understand, like they're all working in conjunction. So the message has to be the same across the board, no matter if they attack each other this way or the other, or this gamesmanship, whatever. At the end of the day, the industry has to be on the same page moving forward, or we won't believe it. So this is why a lot of these arguments get on my nerves, because yo, guys, don't take everything they tell you at face value. Research and see.
Tim Sweeney said it's not possible,
and he ran it back, right? He ran when people got in and got into him and started throwing this at him. He ran it back. He said, "Oh yeah, it runs just fine on the Series X, right?" So. What you have to, again, obviously the bag was there, especially for the presentation. The bag was there.
Are we implying a marketing deal? What are we implying?
There's something there. We'll talk about that in a second, right? But beyond that, it's just what you have to understand is that the industry as a whole is trying to sell you on these new consoles, not just Xbox, not just PlayStation. So when you hear stuff like this, you start picking and choosing what's going to be on your console of choice and what's not going to be on your on the competitor. You have to understand that they're telling you what you want to hear.
So I'll say, Mad Jack on y'all. You said media bias, huh? That's what it is, huh? Y'all just mad. You're just mad. So you're just mad at the fidelity of the SSD.
I mean, don't you think they would have wanted to show that off on something like a Series X, just a debut for this new cutting edge engine? Like, I would have wanted to show it off in the best light possible if I was going to choose a console. There's a big gulf there.
Right.
So,
But you know what, with this PlayStation 5 demo and stuff, a lot of people kind of, obviously, it was kind of debunked, the whole thing about that this demo at such a fidelity wouldn't run on any other hardware, right? So that was debunked by Epic Games themselves, but only from China, basically, right? Doing this
That's
streaming
what
stuff.
Face is talking about,
Tell us about that stream, man.
Sorry?
Tell us about that stream.
Yeah, I mean, so basically, they were talking about the Epic engine and stuff, and they said that even though they were showing the PlayStation 5 demo running in the background, right? Because some people actually throw at me like, "Hey, Madz, but that was not running on PC." But that's not the point. They were talking about that this particular demo can be run on PC, and so if it can run on Evo 970 whatever, right? It can run on Xbox Series X as well at the same level of fidelity.
Right.
Well, they said anybody can download the Unreal Engine 5 demo when it comes out and run this on their PC.
I said that. Yeah. So next year we will be able to actually test it, no problem.
Right.
But the point I really want to make, because it sounds like we are trying to downplay the SSD speed in PlayStation 5.
That's what I want to get to. Let's get to it.
Yeah, because let's get facts straight, because like there's no doubt that PlayStation 5 has much more capable SSD, much faster, right? Now the real question is what this SSD can be used for. Now we know that it's all about the data streaming to RAM, and so basically you can actually you can load more data in the RAM, so then obviously the geometry looks better and whatever, right? Now the real question is, will PlayStation 5, because like even though SSD will be able to provide this data to the RAM, will the rest of the system be able to cope with processing this data, right? Because like, you know, it's fine. I mean, listen, it's like imagine you are throwing a party, like, or you're having a friend. I will deliver you like hundreds of hamburgers like per every minute, right? But will you be able to eat them? Like, will you be able to eat all these 100 hamburgers per month, in a minute? Probably not. You will start throwing up, right? So my really question is, like, it's nice that PlayStation 5 will be able to deliver all this data on the fly, but CPU, GPU, and the rest of the system will still have to be processed this data, right? And like people, I mean, I hear like developers talking about like game design and stuff, right? And I get it that like maybe some things might not be possible on Xbox Series X at a scale that will possibly be possible on PlayStation 5 in the future, right? But we don't really know what things that what kind of things we're talking about here, because like my personal feeling is that PlayStation 5 basically overdid SSD, and they could have invest a little bit more in the rest of the system, because it sounds like Xbox Series X is more balanced system overall, in my opinion.
Far more balanced, and you're absolutely right. They did overinvest, but also they were limited to 36 CU. And we knew that. That's why I talked about it months before they announced this stuff, because we knew they were using hardware-based backwards compatibility. And the amount of CUs is very important when it comes to how this is going to work. So, yeah, I think you're absolutely right. They did put a lot of money into SSD. I would have saved money there and made sure the system came in at $400 no matter what, $100 cheaper, because it's a big gulf there. Also, keep in mind that it's hard to measure performance on SSD speeds alone. It is faster. It's definitely more capable, but it's also one of the most expensive things in the box. And for a next-gen console, where if this thing is running a game on any other platform except for just a PS5, you'll never ever see the full game design unlocks of something like this kind of bandwidth with game worlds and with how games are built, right? We had two developers on the show not too long ago, Optimus Code and Chris Cornell.
Absolutely.
And again, people don't believe the stuff we say, but they're saying the same exact thing. If these games come to PC, if they are third-party titles like Ragnarok or anything else that runs at 30 FPS, well, it's not going to really leverage that SSD to its fullest potential, because it is built for a common denominator, that being a mechanical drive on PC. And the Xbox Series X drive is far faster than even a SATA-driven SSD on PC.
Correct.
So people have to understand that if that demo were really utilizing the full speed of PS5's SSD, that Unreal 5 demo, then she would have flown faster. And by then, you can't even tell what's going on. What's the point?
Okay, fair enough.
And another thing I wanted to say is that, like, people talk about like utilizing hardware to its full potential, but the thing is, like, hardly any any developer will be able to take a full advantage of these of both consoles, like in a year, first 2 years, really, right? Because there's a lot of new tech there, right? Things that have not been done in the past, right? At least not in the console space. So we're talking about totally new technologies in a console space, like variable rate shading, mesh shading,
machine learning.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, we can go into that. Like, that's a big thing, and people tend to ignore it. And I didn't hear anything about like this thing being on PlayStation. I mean, check what DLSS 2.0 does on PC, right? With ray tracing and stuff, right? So, I mean, so I don't think that this demo is really taking full advantage of these consoles, especially that even Epic China did say that it's still not optimized. Even Diller said that in the video. So, things will change. They constantly updating the engine and stuff. So
I think this demo was definitely geared towards the PlayStation in this factor. We know that ray tracing is heavy CPU. It brings down, whatever you can use, right? Performance base. It tear it down. It'll bring a 60 frames per second game down to probably like 20 frames per second or something. And if you don't have the GPU overhead to push it through or brute force it through, it won't really work well. I believe that this engine was specifically designed in that fashion because it's not using traditional ray tracing, it's using the Luminous engine. Now, I am not a developer. I get all my information from Madz and Dilla. So anything that you hear me saying is probably me breaking it down in my little brain and regurgitating it back out, all right, from all the stuff that I do get a chance to watch. And I'm probably the layman as far as everything else goes with everybody else. But what I do believe is I believe that the Unreal Engine 5 will help the PlayStation 5 do their form of ray tracing, which is less taxable on a system that doesn't have the GPU power or the CPU power to compete with the X. That's my opinion of it.
Let me get these super chats real quick because they definitely have some comments to say.
Engine 2 Stage is the first one at $5 super chats. The bugs from the Unreal Engine 5 particle system is called Viagra.
Oh, okay, salute to him. Shout out to JD Gamer, $20 super chat.
No, it's Elemental PO is next.
Oh, okay, get that.
Shout out to Jeff Keighley for debunking the exclusivity of the engine, putting devs on the spot.
All right, so y'all got to get y'all ahead. Keep going.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to switch accounts because I think they're off the chat now.
JD Gamer, I see $20 super chat. You know what's good about having the more powerful...
Hold on, don't read that because then we'll have to end up reading stuff twice.
All right, so go ahead, man. So get up
just
with
keep going until I find the screen.
It jumped us. Hold on a second.
Attic on the task.
Look at the task. Get to it.
It jumped us crazy, so I hope I didn't miss anything. But here we have JD Gaming with the $5 super chat. When you feed starving people saltines, they will say you gave them steaks. just give them a tech demo, not a real game, no controller in it.
Why you gotta be like that, JD? Huh?
Did we get the $2 Elemental PO that said the tech demo was an interactive cutscene?
Yeah, that
was way back.
Come on, guys.
I'm just making sure we get everything. Calm down, okay? Stop it.
This ain't RDX dealer.
I'm talking to the comments like an interactive cutscene. That's savage. Come on.
We got David Gamer again with the $20 super chat. Let me get the next one.
Get that.
You know what's good about having a more powerful CPU and GPU? You get to spend that extra power any way that you want. Using the additional CPU GPU cycles to do additional decompression of assets or assist an IO pipeline.
No doubt. Oh, shout out to Tony Stark's Iron Man from RDX. Tony Starks for the $5 super chat. Madz, bring me these 100 hamburgers, and I'm gonna eat them faster than any SSD can be.
Where the hamburger at?
Well, we gotta test it out then.
All right, so we got a $10 super chat from Elemental PO. The actual next gen. The Ascendant exclusive said to go to IGN. This is not Microsoft's first gaming console, and it's not. They don't know how to make software, so they don't know how they are doing.
So they know what they're doing. So they know what they're doing. Yeah. That's what you're trying to say.
The screen that they're on is small.
Yeah,
man, I don't need to hear your.
I am on your side, Attic. I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm saying people don't use punctuation. They don't spell.
Listen, man, we ain't shaking around.
Vomit stuff out onto the.
Listen,
he's about to come at me right now. Come on now.
Shout out to JD Gamer with the $5 super chat. So the PS5 can stream data faster into the system, but the Xbox Series X can do more with the data once it's there. The games can look better.
Salute.
Over 100 gigabytes per second more memory bandwidth on Series X.
No doubt. Shout out to Optimus Code.
From Optimus Code. The demo wasn't running on PC. They were running a MP4 of the PS5 demo.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that.
Yeah, we did say that. Yeah.
Kiss Smooth. Sorry I missed your chat last week, brother. $5 super chat. If Xbox decides to show the tech demo instead of game, what would be the narrative? Wow. You may be onto something with that.
It's gonna be. It's not the games I want to play.
They would have destroyed that tech demo. It's a tech demo. It doesn't mean anything. That would have.
Shout out to Sujetsu Sage. $5 super chat. She initially dropped straight down in the demo to allow time for loading all that comes up next in the flying section. It's a misdirection.
Sage, if you look at the bottom of the corner, it's a little loading thing in the bottom before she even does that.
And they confirmed that none of that flight thing, all that was on Rails.
Yeah,
none of it was
all right, that was not. Yeah, that part was not gameplay. Shout out to All Might, $3 super chat. Sony has how many IPs that use Unreal Engine? Throws his hands up. I guess I don't know.
Days Gone. Days Gone's one.
Okay, Sovereign.
And I think Days Gone can use it. I mean, hey, maybe we can get a remastered Days Gone in the
PlayStation. He needs to be flying around the world with some decent frame rates. That'll be fine.
Yeah, so messy. Shout out to Sovereign.
Hey, I like Days Gone.
Yeah, I know. That's one of your games. Shout out to Sovereign. They're both monsters. It's just that one eats monsters for breakfast. The Book of X. Oh, we got to throw the Book of X on him for that one. You spit his bars. Get the last one, and then we move on. That was the last one?
That was it.
All right, cool. So we all cool. We got our Book of X.
We caught up.
We all caught up. Look, at the end of the day, I thought the demo was impressive. You know what I'm saying? Now, my whole thing is, I'm kind of with Kiss Move in that respect of like, okay, we got to stop when we see our favorite logo in the corner. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When you see the PlayStation, like you see that triangle, or you see that the X or whatever, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Dudes are excited. You know what I'm saying? But still, at the end of the day, to me, this is a demo. This is a representation. This is a showcase of what could be. Yes, it's running on the hardware. I get that and all that stuff. Again, my whole thing is energy. You know what I'm saying? So at last we were upset, right? Because there wasn't enough gameplay shown at one event, right? Now we have an event that is not, it's gameplay, but it's not of a game that's coming to release. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I struggle. Like I like the whole tech stuff. I love the potential. I'm with you. Shout out to the lumens and the ray trace. I'm
in the
all,
bugs.
In the bug, the 8K rock in the I'm all about the 8K rocks. It's fire. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is let's slow down. This is a like Addict said, this is a multi-platform engine. Now, will there be some things if we, if it was a finished game?
Xbox Studios are using more of.
Right. Listen, now, if it comes down to, if you were saying that this game, Lumen and the Nanites, is coming to release, right? And then if we get that and we're doing our side-by-side, I would love to see how the PlayStation 5 tech and the SSD and the I/O compares to the Xbox SSD and the Velocity architecture. I would love to see that when they're finished products, but I am not going to cap for something that is a tech demo. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. It just gets me excited about potential, and that's me. But that's what I got on it. Anybody else y'all want to jump in on this whole?
Especially when Epic walked half the stuff back, and then they confirmed you're gonna be able to test it on PC yourself when it comes out, and then it runs on PC and X and Y hardware.
All that is Tim Sweeney had that meeting with the PR from PlayStation right before that. Now this is the stuff I need you to say, man. I need you to say all this stuff. It's like, look, we'll have that God of War to you by the end of the summer. Now you got to say these words.
Hold on. I got to come from Mad Jack. He said, 1 week, Sony ended the Sony is silent narrative forever. Trust me. None of y'all gonna say that.
Where is that?
This one not coming thing, guys.
Doesn't tell us though. We're not gonna.
No, but I got to get his balls off. He said, dealer.
We're not gonna get it. There's no bars to get off. There's no bars to get off. Nobody's gonna talk. Nobody's gonna get on that. Anyway. When you start throwing it in color, then we're gonna start recognizing what you're saying. We're gonna stop allowing you to do what PlayStation do. Put that money out.
Oh my God.
Anyway, like I was saying, like
you drop kicking, you suplexing. This Twitter all over again.
Oh my God.
What I see is people keep running with this narrative that gameplay wasn't shown at the Xbox games show on inside the Xbox. First of all, I will allow you to look at Medium. An actual game that's coming out. Actual something that you're gonna put money on. Ascent. An actual game that's coming out, an actual game that you're going to go and put money on to get. And
scoring.
Also, I'm going to talk about Bright Infinite, an actual game, an actual game you can actually go and put money on. Listen, what you saw inside an Xbox is a glimpse of what you're going to be able to play. What you saw on the quarantining with Keegley is something that's going to happen with you down the line.
With Keegley and friends. Keep that
Keegley
straight.
and friends. All right. So, the $1 Billion Buddy Club told you that in a couple of years, you'll be able to do this, hopefully. All right. Microsoft said for your dollars. This is what you're getting now. And you're upset for them to show you what you can expect, or you upset with a company that's giving you absolutely nothing, no games, a tech demo that you won't be able to take advantage of until like 5 to 6 years later.
It was gameplay, King.
It was no gameplay. It was no gameplay for no system because you didn't see no controller. You saw a prompt. All right, so let's keep the same energy, man. Like when you're sitting there, hopefully looking at your demo over and over again, and I'm pre-ordering these games and I'm purchasing these games.
So hold on. Are you saying that they're watching this demo on repeat?
Yo, when your actual visuals of an actual game actually comes out, and you go back to the demo to imagine what it could be, that's when you're going to have the big misstep. Okay? Now, I know what I'm going to be playing later. Can you say the same?
I mean, but they really can. Like,
but I mean, they're gonna have games. They're gonna have a ton of games announced. I'm sure.
We can't really act like God of War 2's not coming out. Like, they kind of know what they play. Like,
I can give you a scenario where God of 2 never makes it to this earth.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Let me hear this.
I can give you a scenario when they actually get buried and they don't make it out of the front door. This is not Don Matrix. The guy that should not be spoken of ever again.
Matrix.
Don the Matrix man. Never again. This is Phil Dominus Maximus Spencer. This is why you're afraid. Because you know exactly he will get that Aurelius title because he's not going to make the same missteps. And he's been showing you he's not. Just because y'all thought it was going to be cute with your
breathe, King, breathe.
Bars off.
Box. When June and July hits you, when you see that halo on your neck,
Jesus.
When you see that slip, because y'all over here with all this when that slip space engine gets on your neck,
who did that?
And you can't get it off, and you got to wear that like this chain.
They gotta wear the slip space on their neck.
Damn, I gotta get myself a chance.
I'm over here doing curls. Keep going.
Hoping for any light at the end of the tunnel. If Phil Dominus Maximus Spencer shuts that down, there is no daylight for you.
But King,
and that's what you're afraid of. You'll poke the bear.
But King, they're saying this is how you set the generation off. This is what inside Xbox is supposed to do. And Phil ain't do that. That's what they saying.
They're right about that though, in a way, because I don't think you should show some of the power of a 2080 2080 Super, 16 Zen 2 threads, and all that memory bandwidth SSD, and you debut that with indie games, and that's what Microsoft did. Right. I don't agree with that at all, but I would also say that calm down with the bug demo, all right? Because it did look great. It's got some really cool features. You'll see a lot, and I am a fan of it. Look at my last video. But at the end of the day, look at Red Dead. Compare it to stuff that's out. Metro. Compare it to Doom Eternal running at double the frame rate. You know, there are sections, cutscenes or not, that look really good in modern games. And, you know, when it comes down to it, this is nothing compared to what you're going to see in 5 years.
No doubt.
6-7 years.
But King,
so just be excited for the future of gaming, really. So it's kind of the message.
Absolutely. But King, they saying bar for bar, the Summer Fest was it eaten. It was eaten inside Xbox.
You know, this is what happens when you stall for something. And see, this is the thing. Let's say any of those games come out right now, right? That little patch at the bottom of the screen that told you that Series X, when you purchase this game, it's going to give you the highest fidelity. This is what you can look forward to. This is called purchasing with a safety net. This is like when you go
purchasing with a safety net. What are they trying to get their safety on with, King?
He said you could jump in without no fear with the lesser.
When you go to Best Buy and you get a warranty on your game or you get a warranty on your system, this is a warranty. You can purchase with confidence, knowing that this game will go with you to the next generation. So when let's say you only have $600, right, and you only got enough for a controller, a system. That I mean, now from what I'm hearing, only is like $400. But let's you have this going, get only a system. Your Game Pass and those games that you previously purchased will get you through those lean times. So when you see that with that patch, this is what that whole conference was. This is why I disagree with Dilla, because that whole third-party developer giving the light to the third-party, those games look way better than that demo because those are games I'm
slander. Oh, because it's real. Oh, slander. So because you say they're real, you say they're real.
I think. King,
I mean, that's fine though. Like
I
that's
think you need a breathe.
We're allowed
King.
to disagree. We're allowed to disagree.
King.
Let me explain why.
Break it down.
Let me explain why. Those are theoretical benchmarks that they will hit, knowing that the actual hardware they will exceed those, right? But these are actual games.
Oh, I agree with you 100%, and that's the beauty of it. Even if we disagreed, and like, no, I hate ketchup. And King David's like, I love ketchup. We have to fight to the death over this.
Yes.
Here's the thing. I completely understand what you're talking about. My thing is, I want Xbox to have as many W's as possible. Don Matrick made sure there's a series of L's coming that would reign for years, and we've experienced that as fans.
Shout out to Terry Myerson. Continue.
Bottom line, shout out to people thought we were making excuses when we first started talking about Terry Myerson.
Salute.
So bottom line is, I don't think people understand how much power is in Series X. I don't think people understand this. And when you debut, remember in 2013, and shout out to Tom Warren. I don't know what he knows. It didn't seem like he knew much about the hardware or really anything. But when it comes down to it, we had so many games with developers coming from PowerPC and cell architecture. In 2013, we had Rise, Son of Rome, Drop Your Jaw, right? Killzone, all these next generation looking games. And when you have this much power with no real bottlenecks, oh my God, you better not show indie games.
Right.
And
so wait, hold on. I gotta slow you up though.
Some of these look
Bright
amazing.
Infinite, remember you wasn't feeling that?
That's literally an indie game, but that's not my point. Overall, though, Series X is so much more capable than what Bright Infinite showed you. Okay. And I'm saying there's a reason that Hellblade 2 shut people down.
Right.
What he's saying
and you need moments like that at the debut.
Okay. You can't be on top of the mountain screaming power and then show an indie game like that. It's already on.
Yeah, but y'all, I gotta jump in. Y'all with the indie disrespect.
I gotta
jump in. I gotta
please understand how much power this is because they did not come close to showing you any of it.
I get that you didn't get a chance to put your Lamborghini out there and take it full speed on the Indianapolis.
On the next gen debut, they showed it up to the date, drunk with one sock on.
He showed up with the sock on.
Yo, medium.
I'm just saying they should have done more. They should have done better because there's more power there.
I feel you.
And again, like that's just me wanting better for Xbox because I know
you know what's really going on. I get that. You know what the ceiling could be. I get that, but we not gonna slander no medium. We not gonna slander no bright. Those games look good,
I got a video on the way about medium. I'm talking in depth about that game.
Yeah, Xbox Series X
I'm gonna buy most of these games, and by me saying this criticism is not me crapping on the game.
I'm just going
it's like that we used to, like that we attacked them, and it's not even necessarily how the power is, what the power was. Like it's a combination of stuff. It's a combination that they've taunted power and they showed these games. Most of them already. Hold on, let me speak. Most of these games are already out.
Right.
It's a combination of they introduced this as a third party. This is what third party gonna look like next gen.
Right.
And they showed, the highlight of the whole stream. They didn't show gameplay. It's a highlight that they showed this as a gameplay feature. And most of the games that had gameplays, the games you didn't really care about.
And that's not even how third parties will look. Third parties will look so much better.
Some people did enjoy what they saw on what certain type.
And then they streamed it in 30 FPS Cognito. Can I get aim?
Y'all gonna stop acting like it was a whole bunch of Sea of Thieves and grounded games.
You better watch that again. I watched it I've run through those clips 4 times.
There's only one game that looks sus. It was the vampire game with the the hair textures that look bad.
It's not about if they looked bad. It's about they did not come close to leveraging the hardware.
Of course, it's early.
They
let them cook. Let them cook.
Let them cook. Damn it.
These games didn't look next gen and even medium, right? I mean, like the interesting thing about this game is that like it's really using this SSD and stuff because it's all about these shifts from like one weird world to the other, right?
I'm telling that Polar Studios you slander, man. Keep talking.
Yeah. So I mean, and I'm sure the game will, and I'm sure that the game will look good, but I agree with Dealer and Addict.
For instance.
Yeah, but like
I said, fuck you. Let me.
No. I'm letting him talk.
Go ahead.
But like, had they shown at least one first-party game, even like extended trailer
it's a third-party showcase. Come on,
I know.
Man, Cognito got that little broom trying to beat you down.
I know.
He's saying that the only way to truly show the hardware is a first-party game.
My bad.
Or with AAA third parties, this is not hard.
Oh, yeah, but you know what? Listen, it's y'all fault.
It's y'all fault.
It's all your fault.
Cognito's got that cape out.
And they told you it was only going to be hip-hop music. And you showed up there with your techno music trying to get your rave on.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. We knew that it was a third-party showcase.
Exactly.
But here's what's third-party. Cyberpunk. Batman, all Call of Duty, all this stuff that looks amazing,
right?
And they didn't show
it's
you
the art
none
of
of
war,
it.
baby. You don't shoot your whole gun and the other dudes ain't talking.
It's time to start shooting, Cognito. We've been shooting for 4 years.
He just want to shoot everything. Continue, King.
They had 9 new IPs.
Woo! They're not new though.
Wait, what do you mean they're not new?
Because you know what they slandering us. This is where they getting us. They say because those games.
Cognito's got the boom out. David's got the cape one. I mean,
because a lot of those games exist on PC already, so they're not really new. They've been out.
They did not leverage the hardware. That's the number one thing.
You're supposed to be over here with us, okay?
I'm just not liking the slander.
I'm gonna tell you, it's not new for you. It's new for me.
Facts.
Because this.
He said, I never had a Twinkie before. This is a new treat.
It's a new Twinkie.
Delicious.
Yeah.
So
He said delicious.
And a couple of things. It's not all about just what you feel.
Thank you.
Because
look, from the mayor of Attic World, it's exactly how I feel.
It's for the masses.
Dino Crisis 0.5 did not show you the hardware, and that was the
And that's the thing. They didn't convince you. If the part of the job is to convince you to buy the next gen system,
we got Solve on here now. Come over.
I can't believe you betrayed me like this.
Dropping the fact.
At every step of the way, they don't care. They don't care that you're impressed by it because they know you're gonna buy it.
Okay, so check this out. Microsoft didn't care at that point in time.
But why'd they apologize?
No.
They laid down on a bearskin rug naked.
This segment is fire. Go for it. Continue.
He didn't apologize. He actually said if you felt the weight type of thing.
No, he apologized. He didn't apologize.
He did say he did the wrong
expectations. He said the wrong expectations.
He set up your expectations. I'm sorry.
No, he said they set the wrong.
We set wrong expectations.
I'm sorry. And he said he's sorry that he got you all lathered up and ready.
He said, "Hey, I'm sorry we didn't show that Batman, the Cyberpunk, or anything that really would leverage this console. Our bad.
Y'all was looking for that drop the mic moment, right?
We're looking for any moment.
Oh my god, Batman! They showed it because people had their little hyperbole going in. You didn't expect it.
Now, if you checked out RDX for 2 weeks,
yes,
we told you we knew this is mostly double A kind of smaller games. We knew that for a fact. We already knew. I knew the list the day before. That's the problem. When I saw that list, I was like, is there really? Surely they've got a Kiana moment where they got, they didn't put it on this list, and they're going to show you a third-party game that really uses the hardware. And I cannot sit here and honestly tell you that if they had done that, I would not be more excited for the future of the console.
You know what?
And that's really what it comes down to.
I got to get.
You got to look at it. You got to look at it.
You're upset because you had the list the day before that told you verbatim what was going to be on there.
Hold on, okay, but before you go on our dealer,
after you read the list, you said they got something in the bag. And when
no, don't even try to spin this with your magic tape. That's not what happened. I'm saying, show me some gorgeous software. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Let's take from this standpoint. All right. The one thing they could have easily had that they had control over was at least telling people about the timed exclusive, what they didn't do.
Right. They didn't do a good job of messaging the stuff.
Like just coming out there admitting that. I think it was what was that dinosaur-looking game?
Oh yeah.
Dino Crisis 0.5.
Yeah, Dino Crisis 0.5. I'm pretty sure that's not the name, but we're going with that name.
We play a title. Let's go.
So you think Control wannabe game and
Control wannabe game? Which one was that?
Score medium.
Oh, medium.
Y'all
Score like. The fact that they had those as timed exclusives, which they all look good besides the Dino game.
Right.
Hey, Attic, what did you think about the wall dribble?
It was
Listen,
weird.
man, I was uncomfortable.
But let's not talk about that because I have
on.
nightmares.
Yeah. Look, I want to get you fired up.
The fact that they have those and they had that in their bag and they didn't show their bag. They like this. They acted like they everyone's.
There was a hole in the bottom of the bag, Attic.
we
So you wanted them to say, "Yo, we got this for this amount of time."
No, you don't even have to say the time. You're like,
and y'all was looking at this little tech demo. Sony said nothing.
King, let's be real. No, King,
well, that's the thing. This was not. This was not technically.
We ain't talking about Sony. We talking about Xbox, and they could have.
The King got the fraud alert.
I gotta say, the level of hypocrisy that is flowing.
No. So, King, hold on. King, let me ask you a question, King. Let me ask you a question.
He's saying a chant throwing some garlic on the floor.
King,
I gotta put a circle of salt around.
True or false? King. True or false? Exclusives do drive a platform.
No.
Is this turning into an exclusive argument? I don't need things to be exclusive. I just want to see some 2080 power up on the screen.
No, he's
something spectacular
on this
breathtaking.
Maz, why does we got to be so strong with the logic and whatnot, man?
You know, strong with the logic. Y'all just some AAA going crazy people. But listen, I get it. They didn't show gameplay. They marketed it wrong. I get it. Y'all was not happy with that.
You want to see next gen graphics?
Yes, I get that. All I'm saying
Look at this top-down game.
All I'm saying is, I'm going to let you go, Madz. All I'm saying is, compared to what was shown this week, right? Which wasn't
a Sony sanctioned event.
Right. But that's not my point. My point is the narrative that a lot of people are spewing is
you're talking about people on Twitter? Right. Yeah, forget them.
I'm just telling you what the energy of the streets is. The streets is like, yo, this is how you show.
Got too many potholes. I'm done with them.
They said this is how you show next gen. That's what they're saying. They're saying this is the way you do it. Compare, and all I'm just saying it wasn't as bad.
Let's be real. Let's be real here. Mm-hmm. Do they really matter? Does it matter that 15 people consistently dog Xbox no matter what they do on Twitter?
Listen, I'm just telling you what the energy is. The energy, people were pumped. They were hyped.
No, and see, but the energy when it comes to the inside Xbox was way worse than that.
Right, they were not hyped. They were not pumped.
Disliked in an hour,
Yeah,
they had to take the stream down because it was so bad.
No, they took the stream down and let the actual high quality stuff up.
Yeah. Okay, get your balls up there. We got to move. Okay.
I'm just sick and tired of the hypocrisy. I'm just sorry. listen. While y'all sitting there rubbing around on that demo, I'm back on that demo. Pause. I'm going to be playing some games. I saw 9 games that I'm definitely buying.
Hey, Destiny 2 wasn't there, King.
Oh,
Diller, now look, man.
He went too far. He went too far.
You don't have to calm down. You have to get off your Destiny hate mountain and come down to
there was no hate there.
There's a hate mountain.
Y'all gonna be mad. They're gonna be at the Summer Game Fest.
King David is one of my favorite people in the world.
You are the mayor of Destiny hate.
But I am indeed the mayor of Destiny hate.
His first video was after. Yes.
He probably screenshots and laughs at me every day.
Kid, get your ball.
No, I'm a big fan of everyone on this panel, and King David in particular. I'm a big fan of King David. I'm just saying that I get what you're saying. I know that we're having a good time here, right? There's no BS behind the scenes. Obviously,
it's okay to disagree. So
yeah, it's okay to disagree,
brother.
Yeah, no. Listen, I already got my balls off.
You got your balls off.
You guys gotta quit saying that. It's weird.
You gotta come talk some East talk with David.
I'm good. I'll eat some PlayStation. That's about it.
Are you saying we too white for these comments? Like, what's going on, Tim?
Moving on.
We have a bunch of super chats.
Okay, we got more money with the $2 super chat. Give us that Bayonet King. That was the first one.
No, get us off.
Before that?
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Oh my God, sorry.
Get us off. Get him.
We got Cam McNair with the $5 super chat. Can y'all explain the purpose of 8K textures running at 1440p?
You're disrespectful.
That'd be high quality textures, downgraded, still look fantastic. I mean,
continue, so. What else we got?
Okay. Elemental Pio with the $2 super chat. The flying sequence was a transition to cutscene. Okay. Oh, damn, it jumped me. Okay.
It was still running in real time, though.
It's still running in real time.
Still running in real time.
Hold on. Now we got kicked back.
Yeah, we got kicked back. I see True Game up in there. I see J more money.
This chat must be running on Unreal Engine 5.
Oh!
There's a bug. All right, I may have missed something. The next one I see is the True Gamer 90.
Get on the job, man.
Yeah,
man.
Demo on PS5 surpassed all the months of hype Xbox tried to gather. Crazy PlayStation on another level. Love the podcast. Next gen gonna be fire.
Oh yeah, gonna be fire. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Shout out to Mariano Pompa with the $5 super chat. And you will know my name is the Lord King David when I lay my vengeance upon you. A little Pulp Fiction there. Hashtag the Book of X.
Book of X. We got to give him the Book of X for that. Continue.
Then we have, shout out to Asteroid Rocket with a $2 super chat. Great show, great commentary. Thank you, sir.
No doubt. Salute.
We have Kiss Smooth with the $2 super chat.
Kiss Smooth.
Let's just make sure I get a couple of these. Did we get the one from Senjutsu Sage? She initially dropped straight down in the demo to allow time for loading. Okay, did we get All Might?
Yeah,
we all the way up. We up.
Okay. Just making sure.
Shout out to Kiss Smooth's broken PS4 controller.
Oh yeah, shout out to the controller in the last of our stream. Salute.
Only 2 of those games exist in beta demo form, which would be Scorn and Bright. And we have Juno's 23.
Juno.
Best part, most of these games going to Game Pass. Yep.
Yeah.
Smart delivery and Game Pass.
Then we got a $2 super chat from Gaming Forte. Dylan, leave our Destiny dingy white gloves alone. Gates alone.
Shout out to Gaming Forte who ain't played nothing but Destiny 2 since.
So just out of curiosity, Dylan, being the mayor of Destiny, hey, if one of your sheriffs catch someone playing Destiny, what's the consequence?
I ain't got a problem with Destiny 2 so much. I'm just saying there's other stuff out there to experience, people. Doom Eternal, for instance.
Fire.
Well, how many of you frauds ain't played or beat Doom Eternal yet? I know Attic has.
I beat Doom.
So
did you beat Doom?
Get on that. Get on that. You are doing yourself a disservice.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to come to Game Pass.
Oh my god!
I'm with Attic.
Sunglasses and wait for everything to come to Game
Pass. You ordered
Pass.
something because I know it's gonna come, so I might as well just wait.
They just got the other Doom, so I'm waiting for them to replace a Doom for a Doom. I'm good.
I'm with you. You ordered something. Continue. We all caught up.
It's great though.
We have All Might with the $2 super chat. 8K at 2K equals 16K. Oof.
Okay.
All right.
Now we're caught up.
Now we are no doubt. Look, man, we all felt what we felt about this joint. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of show going on, but there was another reveal. Tsushima. So what do we feel, y'all? It's out here. It's in the streets. Sucker punch them. Punch in the mouth.
Someone needs to clip him saying that.
What did he say?
He said Tsushima. It is
Ghost
out
of
here.
shiitake mushrooms.
Yo, ninjas on deck, ghosts on deck. What is the vibe? So look, man, let's just get ready to. Actually, I'll set it off because I told you, Addict, you was hating, man. You was hating.
Yeah, he was.
I said, man, this gonna be the one. Well, now all jokes aside, now they really did a good showing. I thought it looked really phenomenal. I will say this, so it surprised me though. It gave me more Breath of the Wild exploration vibes more than I thought.
I didn't get that.
I mean, because
that's your way of saying it was very empty.
I got a whole lot of Assassin's Creed.
I mean, look, it's Assassin's Creed to its core.
So
right.
He doesn't know.
Here we go. So all I'm saying is this, like, I will say it definitely surprised me as far as the exploration, the wind kind of showing you where stuff. Yo, shout out to the grass out there. The individual blades of grass is looking really fire. I was digging that, and yeah, like the thing that was really cool about obviously we have the exploration, but we had the stealth. And we had like the samurai style, which definitely impressed me. We had the 2 different variants. You could play the game completely 2 different ways. I thought that was fire. I mean, why is King laughing? Why is King laughing?
But if you're in the stealth mode, that's the only time you can swing around, right? Like, which
I'm not sure. It looks like
it kind of looked like. I doubt you're swinging around all that samurai armor, right? So I don't like that. I don't like that I have to choose to play that way. I want to be able to swing and latch onto stuff whenever, however I want to play.
So just be a ninja and stay a ninja. Why you guys?
I don't want to play. I don't want to be a ninja. I want to wear some samurai armor.
Yo, but they kind of gave the impression, like story-wise, that you don't start out that way. Like, you kind of have to play the samurai stuff first.
From the way they explain that gameplay, it's a path you choose. It's just.
I'm definitely getting. I already paid for it.
The way they explain, it's like the game pushes you to be a ninja or samurai, whatever is the first one to the second one.
A samurai.
Whatever, man. I don't need your stuff right now. Right? Let me finish.
So aggressive.
So aggressive.
Look, but it does look like they don't force you to play as the
right.
old.
You have to try. Now the thing, shout out to, you know what I'm saying, like, again, just the character model itself. You got my Kung Lo hat low. You know what I'm saying? I have my cape physics going. You know what I'm saying? Cinematic effect was cherry blossom. Look, if you got cherry blossoms, your game is game of the year. Straight
Look,
up.
there's a Batman game coming out later.
Listen, it ain't got cherry blossoms.
I just have a question
got cherry
for you,
blossoms.
Cognito. If ninjas is the thing, if ninjas is something you love, why didn't you play Sekiro?
Nah, because that's that throw your controller.
No, it's not Destiny.
That's that. Listen, I'm too old to be getting mad. I'm too old to be getting mad at games, throwing controllers on bosses. Y'all, that's for y'all.
Yeah.
I want to enjoy. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to that. So again, it gave me that Assassin's Creed Tenchu vibes.
What do you think about the little fox?
Fox was dope. We could pet the animals.
He's like, hey, there's a shrine over here. Follow me.
It's a follow the shrine, follow the birds. A very environmental storytelling. Now I will say this though, the samurai combat, I don't know yet. I don't know because
the combat looked low key trash.
Yeah, like I didn't know. Like I like the slow death, but
maybe it's just because I played Sekiro, but like it looked low key trash.
The combat, I gotta see more. Now I will say this off. They had the Soul Calibur Mitsurugi.
It looked like they had maxed out characters too.
You know how we get down with our stances with the Mitsurugi, the Hada, with the water stance and all that. That was fire. I like that.
Don't fall for it.
Oh my god.
No, like I said, like my initial reaction was this. And let me preface this with saying I'm a huge fraud. I'm getting it day one because the samurai and the ninja stuff.
Ninjas, I'm in game of the year. Cherry blossoms and ninjas.
That said, when I as I was watching it and taking notes as I was watching, I'm like, there's a whole lot of Assassin's Creed DNA in this game.
Absolutely.
And that isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I was hoping for more. And what I meant by that, and I was talking before, these open world games need to evolve, right? Okay. It just sort of felt like everything they showed was kind of in that typical open world fare. Obviously, with the coding that I like, right? You give me feudal Japan,
I'm in. I'm biased.
So the thing about it is when it came when he infiltrated the docks, right, and blew up the docks.
Yeah. I like that the NPC was looking at the wall and act like he ain't know what was going on.
Exactly.
The ignorant NPC was whack. I ain't going for it.
You gotta distract them to get behind them and stab them up. Stuff like that I've seen in other open world games. The same thing when he went on a horse and then you go by by a tree and you snatch it up because you need those items to build stuff like that's Assassin's Creed. Like
you ain't like the real time snatch up. Come on,
real time. I've been doing the real time snatch up for 100+ hours in AC Odyssey. Like so a lot of it just feels derivative in that sense, and I wanted more from the game. So I don't know again, and this is me just seeing it on the surface. Again, we don't know. We haven't seen details. We haven't.
Man, what do you call me?
I'm saying though, y'all going hard today.
Cog is all in, and I'm all in to a point.
I think it's more than all in. Cognito about to marry this game.
If you had played AC Odyssey, you'd feel differently.
All right, but here's the thing: where AC Odyssey got the samurai with the joint, the confrontation.
Cognito didn't play AC Odyssey. Is that what you're saying?
Listen, he didn't play AC Odyssey.
That game is. Y'all talk about Destiny. That game is the same game every year. So y'all gonna stop. Y'all gonna stop. That game is the same game. It's the same. It's Pirates one year. It's Egypt the next year. It's the same.
Completely different. Odyssey is such a class ahead of every AC. Like it's the second best RPG of all time. You need to understand and play it that it is legitimately an actual RPG. Now, by the way, Forte message you said I'm gonna actually play something else and beat it.
Let me grab this super chat. Let me grab this super chat.
Quick question: is Ghost of Tsushima an RPG actually, or just action game? Really?
An open world action.
Open world action.
Okay, no RPG elements then, right?
No, it definitely has some RPG elements.
You're upgrading your armor. You're upgrading your skill set. So again, much like AC Odyssey is an RPG masked as an action game, right? Because the RPG elements are easy enough to get into that you don't like. If you're not somebody who's into RPGs and into like menus and stuff like that, you can still play the game and not be frustrated by that.
Very accessible.
Very super accessible. So again, like when I saw this, I'm like, I've seen this before, right? So the way it differentiates itself that I saw from the demo was obviously the stylization of the world, right? The way the world is sort of drawn out, it looks beautiful. The fact that even the camera angle is much closer. The camera's up closer on on your player. So obviously everything is, the action is more up close.
It's more intense,
and it's very intense. It's very cinematic. So it's just a matter of, does the actual game, when you're down, when you're controller in hand, you're playing it, does it differentiate itself enough to make it stand out?
Look, man, from what I've seen, Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Sekiro are making this game look lacking. Like, I'm not saying it's not going to be a good game. I'm still going to play it. It still looks fun. But, like, from combat-wise, I'd rather play Sekiro.
It doesn't have foxes,
I've already beat that.
Yeah, there's no foxes. Man's right.
You know, and I enjoy things about the open world that are different, right? In an open world
like that.
Yeah, in an open world, usually you have your waypoints, and you set the waypoint and you go to wherever you want to go. In this, they figured out a way to make it more organic, so you're not actually in a menu all the time looking at a map. You're finding ways, because what happens in a lot of these open world games is that you're constantly doing that, picking your waypoint, going from A to B, and you're not looking at the stuff around you. That's why when I played Red Dead, like I left all of that go. I said, I'm just going to look at my surroundings.
That's why I said Breath of the Wild, because that's what Breath of the Wild does. It's like, oh, what's that? This is, let me go. You're not looking at the map every 5 minutes with 65 question marks telling you what to do. That's all I'm saying.
That's great. That's great. But then when you go to the shrine, I'm like, okay, how many shrines are there? Right?
How many smart foxes are there?
How many very smart foxes are there? How many docks am I going to blow up? You know, and that is my concern.
I feel that. That's legit. That's legit.
So for it to stand out for me, obviously story-wise, right? These single-player driven games that Sony puts out, usually story, character, that's what brings me to them, right? But beyond that, it's a formula that works for them and works very well for them.
Very well for PlayStation. Very well.
I'm just concerned about that. But either way, I'm in day one. So everybody out there,
you know, you do got to point out that Sucker Punch's last game was trash according to the Sony guys, because it was an 80.
I like Optimus.
You know, that's their words, not mine. I like what I played the second time, but they think it's trash because it's an 80, and anything below an 87 is trash.
And it was really the one that, it was the first game that really showed off what that console could do.
Yeah, it was. And you know, according to other people,
one of the best looking games at the time.
So Madz, you saw Ghost of Shiitake Mushrooms. I mean, I thought it was a little empty myself, but also that's kind of a demonstration of the world, and I'm sure it'll be more lively and stuff, but there is stiff competition out there. Odyssey and Witcher 3 is the best RPG ever made.
Witcher 3 is not coming out this year, sir. Continue. Continue. It's not coming out.
Cognito, put the broom down.
Continue. You're capping for old games.
I want to hear Mazz's take when he's so quiet over there eating all those damn hamburgers.
I'm still making those hamburgers for you guys.
Hold on, before we get to Madz, let's get Davey game.
Oh yeah, before we start,
just give me a new Ninja Gaiden. I know those games go fire and still look like more fun than Ghost of Tsushima, at least for me. Okay,
no, salute. Let me get Harlem Night, 116th Street in the building, $20. Yes, Sega's PS3 spinoff Yakuza Kenzen looks like has much better swordplay than Ghost of Tsushima. But you can Kenzen was never localized in the U.S. Look up on YouTube, see the swordplay judgment. I feel that. I just like the cinematic, joints with cherry blossoms and black and white. But we ain't gonna move on. At Madz, we gonna get you, man. What did you feel? The Ghost is here. What was your thoughts?
Yeah, you guys bring up the Assassin's Creed for some reason, but I don't really feel that, to be honest with you. I know that everyone's take may be different stuff. I don't. Maybe because it's totally different setting. If you do
just
Japan
out of curiosity, Madz, how much of Odyssey did you play?
Sorry,
how much of Odyssey did you play?
Here go the game shaming. Here we go.
It's not game shaming. It's genuine.
If you don't have 100 hours like me, I don't want to hear it.
Look, because
it's not a coincidence.
We're losing focus here. We're losing focus. Madz, I think the Odyssey thing was, for me, it was when he bent down and started ripping the trees out of the ground with his butt cheeks. That's when, when you're picking resources up off the ground like that, that was exactly like Odyssey kind of. But I get what you're saying, Madz. What were you saying?
Yeah. Anyway, maybe it's just the setting and everything, right? And I'm actually getting a little bit of more of a Sekiro kind of vibes, and I wasn't really blown away by it because I'm not really into this Japanese kind of not games overall, but setting and stuff, right? Yeah, what's interesting is that if this game, because I played I will tell you, how much of an Assassin's Creed games I've played. Like, I played quite a lot of like maybe 20 hours of like Assassin's Creed Origins. I played previous Assassin's Creed games, but they're not really RPG games, right? I'm talking about like, the 2, the 3, actually 3 I didn't play. The first one. So these were more like action games, and I enjoyed them, to be honest with you. So if this game like has no RPG elements other than like, you can like do something with your gear and whatever, right? But you don't have to grind and do a level up and whatever. It's more of an action-oriented game.
Just to cut you for a second, they did say each of the gear has specific purpose based on the style of play, and it will encourage you. That's based on your specific style as far as the ghost and the thing. I agree, though. I didn't see skill trees and in-depth stuff yet, but they're still early.
Maybe some light RPG game mechanics, right? But if it's more action-focused games and stuff, I mean, like it sure is going to feel different than the Assassin's Creed Odyssey and stuff, right? Or any other Assassin's. I mean, I guess if we compare it to the previous Assassin's Creed games, maybe then cool, yeah. Right. I mean, like. It feels way different than any of these other games, in my opinion. But like I'm weird, right? I don't really, I don't see any. When
it's okay to go against Assassin's Creed fan. It's okay, Madz. Don't worry. I got you.
Listen, like
Cognito got the broom.
That's right.
The first time I saw this game, and one of the first scenes I've seen, this guy on the horse and stuff, I was like, hey, it's more of a Red Dead Redemption thing, really, right? You're riding the horse and stuff, right? So there's I guess you can write all kinds of things in video games right now, right? It's really difficult for any original kind of ideas, but there's some stealth mechanics and stuff, right? It's more action oriented game and stuff, right? Probably not going to be as long as the Assassin's Creed games right now. So I mean, like if the gameplay if the actual game feels good and it plays good and stuff, and the story is interesting and stuff, I mean, I may dig it, right? So
you may be
but I don't know. I don't get the Assassin's Creed vibe from this game at all, right? But that's just me, right?
That's just you, no doubt. Did we get Dylan? Did you finish your slander? Or should we move?
How dare you? How dare you disagree with anyone, man?
Yeah, I know.
Sorry. No, actually, let me tweet it out that we will learn from my mistakes, and I will never disagree with you.
How dare you?
How dare you? But Dylan,
I hear you.
Last thing I wanted to actually say is that like if we were to compare it with any of the at least like 2 last Assassin's Creed games, I mean this game, like people were saying that this I'm blown away by the graphics and stuff, and to be honest with you, I think that Assassin's Creed games actually look better than this game, right? So,
that was the stream though, and even the re-upload seemed like it was at a low bit rate.
Yeah, but like still, it felt soft. I don't know. It just like
that's just soft. I will say
Assassin's Creed games feel more denser in terms of like things.
I will give you that.
It's like the grass is great, but like you've got grass everywhere, and
it was very open.
Like,
it wasn't.
I don't think we've seen enough.
No, I agree. I don't think we've seen enough. But to your point, for what we've seen, I will give you this, Bob, and this way you're on to something. Is that I was concerned.
Notice how we're not on to something.
No, you're not on. Me and Madz are not back right now.
I just jumped off.
You're not on to something. So the whole thing is that I was like concerned because you just see like one bear or one fox, right? And you didn't see like a bunch of NPCs. You didn't see like one thing Assassin's Creed does was that density of city and population. Like, this engine? They probably won't have it, but for what we've seen right now, it just
they might even have a fox that leads you to a crack house and an extra Assassin's Creed Cognito.
See, there we go. See, that's how we got to skip your turn.
Listen. It might have something to do with the fact that like if like in Origins, for example, you get to Alexandria, you've got this huge city, huge buildings and everything. It just looks stunning. So maybe it has more to do with the architecture and the fact that the 900s weren't that impressive, and all you see is woods. Basically,
trying to disrespect the housing of the 900s.
You're gonna go there and see a pile of sticks as city. That's what Mad's saying.
We going at the Mongols? That's what we doing?
No, I don't know. I mean,
they weren't really all that impressive.
They already said it. They said in Valhalla is like they're gonna have to figure some way to make certain cityscapes impressive because like the nature.
Yeah. I get what he's saying. I got to throw slander on this name. Finish.
Oh man, that's funny.
Look, I get it. Let's dealer.
He said those Mongols, man. I tell you.
Let's get dealer and addict. Dealer, where you at?
I agree with Madz. The Mongols could have built better buildings. I mean,
moving on.
Better shipyard.
Go ahead, addict. Addict, you up?
I'm good.
Wow, that's the best podcast member ever.
Now, one thing I will say before King gets it is the fact that I didn't mention another influence that I saw that I loved, and another reason why I'm in, despite what I feel, is the Tenchu influence. Woo! For me, Tenchu, my favorite. I created a genre called Merc and Murder. Yes, that is my genre.
True ninjaism, baby.
And I murder them. That is my favorite genre from way back in the day. I still remember. I always tell the story. The first time I got Tenchu Stealth Assassins, I picked up the Japanese version. I went over to Cog's house. And we were playing. I had the Tekken or wrestling. I said, I need to throw this on.
Yes.
We threw this on. We spent the rest of the day just taking turns, going back and forth. Yes. Just rappelling up onto the building, jumping down onto people, slicing their necks. Like it was. So this gave me that vibe again. We haven't had a Tenchu game in a while. And my choice, if I can, like Addict said, if you give me just the choice to pick one or the other, I'm ninja all the way through.
All day, absolutely, no doubt.
I don't think you got that choice. I think,
here we go.
At least in the beginning, I don't think you had that choice.
Let's go,
I think the way the story is set up. Okay, well, let me start by saying this, right? I have a couple of reasons why I may not get this game. All right, and it's because of the mixed messaging from Sony.
Oh Lord.
I don't know if they're going to do smart delivery, and being that I purchased The Last of Us 1 on the PlayStation 3, not knowing that it would be a 60 frames per second 4K version coming on the PlayStation 4.
To be fair, this game is coming out at the end of the generation, so that is a genuine concern.
This is. I'm not trying to give them double bucks. I really don't.
You're concerned over their backwards compatibility, basically.
Yes. I try to give Sony least amount of money as possible. All right. Because I want them to do it on their own. It's like, you got a kid, you want them to have as least amount of support because you want to see if they're strong enough.
Feed yourself, Tyler.
Feed yourself.
That's right. You hold your bottle.
Let me hear
and okay, so going into this, I was amped. This is the only game really that I was truly amped from their stable that they showed like probably 4 years ago. And that it's finally coming out now at the end of the generation when you're going on to the next. Shout out to the leakers that actually forced this game to come out. Because y'all was going to get it next gen. And I'm not going to go into the fact that did it not look super downgraded because it didn't look like what they showed before. Like when they showed it before, like Ghost of Tsushima, you was like, "Oh my god, that's next gen!" Oh my! And when I saw this, I saw a barren world left in ruin with a fox.
Very smart fox, David. Come on.
So what? Yeah, it's very, very strategic how they place the little maps out over here. Barren world reminded me of PUBG in the beginning.
Puddles, putting buildings and all. Continue.
Yeah. This is what happens.
You think they showed you the PS5 version at E3? Is that what you're saying, or however long?
No, I think they showed you the PC version.
Oh,
wow!
All right, on your 2080. Okay. So in seeing this game and how they was presenting it, Sovereign made sure that I went back and watched it in 4K. Because when I did watch it, I watched it in YouTube's 1080p, which it made it look absolutely hard to me.
It was washed out a little bit.
Right. So then I saw it again in 4K. Now, what I picked up was the Assassin's Creed visuals. When an enemy sees you and the bar starts to grow in the level of sight that they see you, it's completely ripped from Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, salute the state.
Now I'm playing Assassin's Creed, a game that is 100+ hours. The level of what they give you for your buck is unprecedented. The world is huge. And I understand for some people that may be a little bit daunting. It was daunting for me in the beginning, but you cannot discount the value that you get for your dollar.
Right.
Now I'm looking at this game as I look at Assassin's Creed as an Android phone, my S20, and I'm looking at the Ghost of Tsushima as like an iPhone.
Oh my Lord.
You know, it's like AC Odyssey for dummies.
Oh my God. So this is AC Odyssey Light? That's what we doing, kid?
Yeah, I think this is the very beginning of it. Now, in saying this, the world intrigues me because I'm into that Channel 5. I'm into all
Japanese stuff.
So I'm going to get the game because I was super amped for it regardless, right? This is the end of a generation type of game.
Right.
And going into it, I think I'm going to be caught out there again by these dudes by purchasing, and I truly don't believe that they're going to have any backward compatibility in the fashion that you guys think, right? And I believe that top tier games are games that you're going to be forced to buy again, remastered. And I think this is going to be one of them, and I think I'm going to be caught out there because I want the game in 60 frames per second, but why is it in black and white and it doesn't do 60 frames per second? Like, why are we stuck? Is this an indication of going 40? Like, is going forward? It is always going to be 30 frames per second. Like, and was this thing 4K? Was it? Because there was nobody in the world. So was this thing 4K or was it 1440p? And why isn't the same energy held to this game? And I'm gonna bring this one point back. Hip hop, I hope you're still watching. Hip hop, I hope you're still watching.
Let's get it.
Because I told you everything shown at that inside of Xbox blows that game away.
This is disrespectful. This is beyond disrespectful. This is next level.
They should have showed Pong. That Ghost of Tsushima could beat it.
Wow. So Ghost of Tsushima did not look impressive more than the Inside Xbox games to you.
Oh hell no. Oh hell no. Especially knowing that it got smart
the
delivery.
Iron Lords podcast, we do not agree with.
I don't care. Listen. You see this right here? I'm putting this on. I don't care what you say. You see this? This says Xbox, and I'm a ride all the way through.
This is ending a generation. You can arguably make an argument that this is one of the best end of a generations for Sony as far as the first party lineups is concerned.
Last of Us. That's about it.
Oh my God, we got to get this.
And they better not downgrade that because they're gonna get a wash in there. They better give you what they showed.
Can we all at least agree that the game was downgraded? Can we all at least agree on that?
Madz, what you said?
No, I just wanted to say that I've seen the leaked Last of Us gameplay, so I can confirm that the game really looks good. And obviously, I'm not going to leak anything, but really, even the low quality Last of Us Part 2 looks much better than this game, in my opinion. So,
thank you.
No, I'm not hating on the game. The game looks good. I'm talking about Ghost of Tsushima, but it just I don't know, maybe I've seen too much of a Unreal Engine 5 demo, right, with this super geometry and that kind of stuff, and maybe that's why every game it looks kind of flat right now. I don't know.
Can we all
could be?
Can we all agree that this game definitely got downgraded? Like, that's not a bad thing. It's like this game definitely doesn't look like what they showed us at
it don't.
with the fire everywhere and the flossel leaves. Like, it definitely looks nothing like that.
Can I ask if the narrative at least impresses y'all, that y'all interested in the narrative?
No, I want to play it. I want to play it. I'm just
y'all acting like this is the worst thing y'all ever seen.
No, but why are you glossing over the fact that it's been downgraded?
I didn't say it wasn't. I did felt it was a little bit. Yeah, I felt from what the initial showing, what Sucker Punch showed, it was like very dark. I felt like the lighting was much stronger. This did feel a little flat. I'm not gonna lie, but it wasn't to the point where I'm like, yo, this ain't it. Like, this looked terrible. I'm not
no
there.
One's saying that besides King. Besides King.
I'm
still gonna play it because I was just saying that, like, when it comes to combat style, like, I enjoy it. Like, I don't think I could go back to something that's not on the par of Sekiro now. Like, I'm still going to play it because I love, I have a huge thing that's missing in my life called Splinter Cell. And it looks like this is the only thing that's going to come even near close to it in terms of stealth wise. But, like,
I guess my question is to King, are you at that point because of the fidelity and the 30 frames that
you might
I got
a PlayStation Pro.
That's what I'm saying.
And I have a phenomenal television that's going to boost it. I'm gonna put on the boost mode to boost it. My thing, I tell you, my biggest thing, I don't want to have to purchase this game again to see it in its true form.
Right.
And I think that's a detriment because at least tell me this is one of the games, these last generation games are the games that I know going forward I can pop my disc in and I can play it and it'll grow up. But the lack of information has me super hesitant.
So you just want them to be more transparent.
That's it, because I don't see what they showed before.
Right.
So what they showed before, is that was going to be on the PlayStation 5?
Right.
Or am I at a loss and I have to wait for a remaster to get what they showed, what they promised before?
So your whole thing is because of your distrust of Sony. And
you want 3 words.
Yeah, he want to see smart delivery on the corner. You want to know for sure that if you purchase this game, that when the PS5 comes out, you're getting it for free. Otherwise, you will wait.
$69.50.
So
otherwise, you want your game to work going forward. You want your purchase to be your purchase and work. In 6 months is what you say.
Yeah, I want a warranty on my purchase.
That's not all that unreasonable, King David.
Thank you, sir.
Oh my God, that's all I got. So I'm gonna let you finish to get the super chats. Then we move on. We get everybody.
Yeah. So let me get the super chats first. Where are we?
Sunset you Sage.
Oh man, hold on.
$5 super chat. Sony lawyers will be in touch with you, King, for the slander.
Facts. Disrespectful.
All right. We have.
A cease and desist is coming.
And we have Mariano Pompa with the $5 super chat. I'll definitely check out Ghost on PS now. What, huh? It's not going on there?
5 years later.
Really? Never mind, Lords. I'll wait for the PS5 version. Hashtag Game Pass.
Savage.
Wow.
Continue.
Savage.
Dealer and Mods, if you guys got something to do, like I get that we're keeping you, can definitely bounce if you have.
Kick him off the show.
Whoa! Well, no, I just don't want people feeling like they have.
Okay, I'll go.
He said okay. Yo, Madz is stupid. He said okay.
Not everybody's supposed to act and just bail in the middle of the show. There, Attic. Not everybody just.
That's something you text. That's something you text in the background.
Attic is like, shaving the middle of his eyebrows off. He got 2 eyebrows over each eyeball.
I'm trying to be like, we do this to every guest, but I say it's bad. Okay,
he's basically saying, look, the show's running long.
Yes.
I get it. You might be hungry.
Yes.
So go ahead and bail.
Go ahead and bail. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, I've got all these hundreds of hamburgers to make.
We're almost done.
Dealer much. I want Dealer here as much as possible until I can get on RDX. And
I told you, just let me know.
I'm coming. Pause.
I want them golden sunglasses on my show.
Got something cooking.
Yeah. So. No doubt. So get the super chat to finish off.
We got Smitty Smith with the $5 super chat. Phil Dominus. Hey, Jim Ryan, this ain't Naughty Dog. You better have my money for those servers, or Last of Us 2 ain't gonna be the only thing leaking around.
Yo,
we got a $2 super chat for Gaming Forte. Here's $2 for the Love King. Gives Xbox every show.
Oh man,
salute, man.
You don't want to smoke. Go back to the bushes.
I'm gonna need you on Destiny after the podcast.
No doubt. Look, man, that's pretty much all I got. Everybody on Tsushima. But anybody else left on that? And then we move on to the last thing. This is Addict's topic. We know Dealer could not wait to talk about Paper Mario.
Paper, is that a real topic?
Yo, it is.
Is that a real topic?
Here we go.
Hey,
Final
guys,
topic.
it was a good show.
There goes
go.
That's why he gave you the cue.
All right. Hey, no, I mean seriously, I'm serious. I'm taking the cue.
Go, please.
So, hey, it was a good show, guys. Thanks for having me on. Great
Salute.
topics.
Salute.
One of my favorite podcasts in the world.
Thank you, brother.
And again, you guys keep doing phenomenal work. All of you are amazing. Again, big fans of all of you. King David, gotta have you on the show. Cognito, gotta have you on the show.
Facts.
And did you guys talk about the
gotta bring
Cyberpunk
Sob on the show. Sob ain't get no invite.
Sovereign. I've never talked to Sovereign much, but yeah, I'm down to have everybody on. So again, except for Attic. And again, again, big fan. You guys keep doing great work. Hey, chat, and I'll bail.
No doubt. Salute, brother, man. Thanks for pulling up.
Peace.
You already know. Peace. Madz, you're allowed to stay despite Attic kicking you off.
Yeah, no worries. What are we going? What are we going to be talking about?
Oh! He heard it. Paper Mario. I think I got the hamburgers to cook.
No, I'll stay.
This is it'll be quick. So coming in hot, man. What's up, Attic? It's your topic.
So Paper Mario's coming out for the Nintendo Switch. It's coming out in July. What do you guys think?
Woo! Make it quick.
It's a Paper Mario.
Love it.
Look, I don't
because
know.
I still got to read the super chats from last week at the end of the show.
Yes, I will jump in. Look, I'm not even going for it. I've never played a Paper Mario game. I don't even know what it's about. Y'all please tell me what is the whole hype and hyperbole about this.
Paper Mario is pretty much like an RPG, like Final Fantasy type way.
Okay.
Yeah, they've kind of like went away from some of the stuff that the original games did, but it's still always a really fun game to play. It kind of caught me off guard because like Nintendo just be like, "Yo, here it is, it's coming out July." Like, there's no build up to it. They're like, "Yo, here's the trailer."
Right on Ghost Date.
They don't even care because I have a feeling like Nintendo knows that they're in like that express lane beside PlayStation and Xbox. Like they don't care what day comes out. What? So check your Facebook real quick. But it goes to that, and I really enjoy that they have that game coming out because it gives me a reason to keep the Nintendo Switch that's been collecting dust for a little bit.
So is this like a premier title for the?
Yes, it's one of their big games that they have every.
You gotta read the super chat from Stitch too. Y'all gotta get that. It's
okay.
On.
So we got a $5 super chat from Stitch. Well, this is where I part ways. Go and make coffee because you are about to fall asleep. You know what, Stitch? You have showed up here every week. I'm gonna give you the same opportunity I gave Dylan. You can bounce, man. We get it. Like
I gave him the bushes. He threw it in the bushes. You know what I'm saying? That's it. We caught up on the super chat. I thought that we had some before that.
No,
that was it.
No, that was all.
We got all right, cool. So Paper Mario, man, where you at?
What's funny is that this game came out of nowhere and it's gonna come out and it's gonna sell like gangbusters and they're just gonna laugh all the way to the bank. This is what they do. They didn't need a direct. They didn't need to multiple games around it. They just said Paper Mario. Here you go. Because I think they've been getting a little bit of flack for not talking as much as Xbox has. Just because you expect a direct at certain points, like we expected a big direct, and what we got was a smaller indie thing that people were a little bit less impressed with. But they're working. I always say they got these people. These people are quarantined in the treehouse. They're not going nowhere. So games are going to come out, and Paper Mario is one that we have not seen for quite some time. Right. It has a nice following. It's going to sell gangbusters because that's just what they do.
No doubt. Lord King. We day one. Paper Mario.
I'm super impressed with that. I like Paper Mario.
Wow.
And what Addict said, they did definitely walk away from a lot of the RPG elements that they had in the beginning. But I believe that is because of Mario and Luigi took up more of the RPG elements with the combined moves and stuff like that. So I think they left all of that stuff over with Mario and Luigi, which I love that too.
Yeah.
So and I think that probably will debut on that double screen Switch Plus that I hope they do come out with. But I'm super impressed with that. I'm more impressed with this than I am with Ghost. And being that it's coming out with Ghost,
I got to cut him. He got the pro. King.
I think that's always that's always made their first party sell more is because of the lack of third party. Like when you buy a Switch, like you get third parties, but when 9 times out of 10 any like Cyberpunks, they can literally launch at the same day as a Cyberpunk game. Be like, we good. It's not even on our platform. People ain't buying that over here.
I know that this game is going to go forward to whatever system that they're going to make.
We know for sure that we're not concerned because Matt Geeky said, are we concerned with Nintendo now?
No, because they said the next system was going to have like a dual cartridge situation.
So hold on. I gotta stop you there. You gotta put the fraud alert on.
That's what I'm saying. Please give me the fraud.
Wii U compatible with the Nintendo Switch stuff?
Yeah, look at me. This is new Nintendo. This Nintendo's different.
Yeah, you stupid.
I ain't go front though. I am low key really excited about this. So.
No doubt. And Lord Madz, the reigning Switch champion defender of day one Paper Mario, right? he said
to hell with that.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, I'm sure it will sell, like, a lot because most of these Nintendo games do, and I've heard a little bit about this game. I've seen the previous games, like, never played any of them, to be honest with you. So, I would lie if I said that I'm excited about it, but like, I know there is an audience, and like, and I don't know, there's something about these Nintendo games that people like really are drawn into, and like this Animal Crossing, people are doing crazy things with this game, right? And in this game, right, like playing hundreds of hours.
We won't go into what they're doing.
Yeah, I don't even want to know.
But what about this, Madz? What about for the kids, for the kiddies? No Switch for the kiddies?
No, I mean, actually, while we're on that topic, actually, my son is actually like, gathering a little bit, like saving, every penny right now to get a Switch, right? So he's halfway through, right? So by the end of this year,
I got it. You said he's halfway through, as if you're not helping him get it.
No.
Like, that's why he laughed when I said let the kiddies fend for themselves.
No. Listen, he plays on my Xbox, and he's got tablet, right? Okay. So he plays all these games. I'm like, listen, I'm not. Okay,
you're not surprised.
Maybe I will help him a little bit, like when he's like 80% into, like, collecting the money, saving the money and stuff, right? But like, he needs to earn himself instead of spending money on lollipops and other.
That's right.
He's got something to look forward to, right? So yeah, who knows? Maybe he will get but I think, like, if anything, he will probably get like Mario Kart and that kind of stuff, and we'll play together then. So
no doubt. I love it, Petty. Salute. Yo, we gotta wrap up. Addict Soft, y'all want to get the super chats that we missed?
Well, I'm gonna have to read them because you don't have access to ILP.
Yes,
I don't have access. Obviously, last week we had a crazy panel. Well, I wasn't part of it that week, so we're gonna go ahead and read the later end of the show super chats, because we definitely, we want you guys to be understood that, we didn't miss it on purpose. It's just that chat was going so crazy, and no one on this cast knew how to actually look at the super chats in general. But so
the thing is, like, when you put the top chat, right? Because that's what I switched to the top chat, but in the moment it doesn't show them.
Yeah.
You have to go. We're gonna have to give you access to the ILP.
Yeah, we gotta get access to that.
All right, so I'm gonna start with Jonathan B. We got a $5 super chat from Jonathan B. Hold on, I'm gonna let y'all finish, but ILP has the longest intros of all time.
That's a fact, though. We got
a $5 super chat from Jonathan B. I heard the PS5 logo was created by one person too, and that has definitely outshined everything else Sony has shown.
We got someone doing the realm. Salute.
Yo, put those crests up. Put those crests up.
Yeah, put the crest up. Lunker. Salute. Welcome to the bronze.
We actually have we got an announcement here soon about that, but we'll get into that in the next couple weeks.
Continue.
So we got a $10 super chat from Cyrus Bark. I think we know all. Let me pause this music. I think we know all of the Microsoft to make these disclaimers. We are in the gen where games are for any graphical mishaps, especially Microsoft games or related games. Also, shout out to the guests.
Salute.
So we got a $2 super chat from Phantom Kraken, aka Josen. I ain't could even try to butcher that. Johanzel. I've been saying this for a while. Inside Xbox needs to go.
No, a lot of stuff that we read on the show.
Not all, but some mix between.
Okay, good.
We got a $10 super chat from Kid Smooth. When first party shown their germs, gems. When first party shown their gems this July, this conversation is going to be a big waste. Mind you, only looking at the bad games like Blood Rain, AC Valhalla, and Madden. Disappointed for not showing enough. We got a $5 super chat from Pixel. They shown such reels with gameplay, so overhyped, all still better than no show. Full shade door through to EA and Ubisoft, y'all fronting for indies. We only got like maybe 10 left.
Okay, Jesus.
The Lord, we got a $5 super chat from Jonathan B. The Lords himself could come down and hand everyone a physical copy of Hellblade 2, and people will say, "Is it 60 frames?"
Salute to Jonathan B.
We got a $5 super chat from RNB2. To be fair, the Last of Us 2 trailer didn't say gameplay. Can we assume that was going to be shown on actual gameplay? What's real on the streets anymore?
Oh my lord! Continue.
We got a $5 super chat from Michael, aka Ben Stray Finest. People cry too much. The games were good. I feel people will crap about Xbox no matter what they do. What's the hate needs to stop?
The hate needs to stop. Continue.
We got a $10 super chat from JD Gamer, so they should have to say, okay, the games still look good, and next month they won't say it again. Now what? How are we going to be in this new cycle? I guess Sony's willing to talk. Man, there's a few.
But
we got a $5.
I think we read some of these.
Somebody read it?
But see, the thing, we don't know which ones we read and which one we didn't read.
Finish off.
We got a $5 super chat from Philly Eagle. Want to say thanks to the guests for their perspectives without being hateful. Much respect.
Salute to
Wish more content creators would too.
Yeah, salute to hip-hop and red. That was dope.
Okay, so we got a $2 super chat from Gene.
Gene.
HHG, what do you think Sony goes sure about backwards compatibility? BC, I'm assuming you meant that.
Yeah, backwards compatibility, one thing. Yeah, we definitely.
We got a two super chat. I can get popcorn to go for my Last of Us by Death Singer.
Salute.
I guess he's talking about it's a cinematic.
It's a cinematic movie. He's being petty.
We got a $5 super chat from R&B. When PS5 got games in June, if they don't say gameplay, will people keep the same energy? I doubt it. That's the God will. Microsoft needs to learn when Sony go. Look, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and mark it here, and I will finish these next week because there's still like 15, 20 more.
Oh, that's crazy. Shout out to Forte.
I'm about to lose my voice.
Yeah, shout out to Forte with right now. $5 super chat. Let's throw it up. My oldest loves Xbox, always playing Mortal Kombat.
Actually,
my youngest.
Let me just finish it. There's only like 10 left.
Yeah, finish what he said.
Finish it off. Okay. Wait, my youngest loves PC and Switch.
Finish.
Hope I'm raising my children right. Salute Forte out here setting a good example. Unlike Madz, who won't buy his son a Switch. Continue.
Oh, listen. I won't buy my son a Switch either. They $500 right now. What are you, crazy?
Setting a good example.
All right, so let me just go ahead and finish this because I didn't notice. There's only like a little bit more above where I'm scrolling through. We got a $5 super chat from Pixel Bit. He lying right now. He was good until just new, homeboy. Ain't no way Sony development is better than the DX12. You is the PC standard. Come on, fam.
Ooh, he mad at hip hop.
Yeah, we got a $2 super chat from R&B. Hip Hop Gamer, did any dev praise the PS5 cooling system?
Oh my God,
he's definitely asking.
Let's get this game by choice real quick that just popped up.
$10 super chat. Great show. Thank you, Lords and guests, for keeping me rolling the whole show. Looking forward to next generation games. Salute, Lords and guests. Excellent show. Thank you, brother. Salute, Gamer by choice. Catch up, Addict.
All right, so we got a $5 super chat from PC Gamer. Hey, Hip Hop, how much is Sony paying you, bro?
Oh my God, it was mad at Hip Hop.
I think these are the ones you guys missed. We got a $5 super chat from Shane Tomlin. So Sony has never missed the public like saying the Pro was 4K instead of 1440p. Plus Mayweather went to jail for beating his girlfriend, the Book of Ed.
Wow.
I guess you guys were talking about Mayweather. I don't know.
Yeah, he was talking about Mayweather. Go ahead.
Lawrence, we got a £5 super chat from Death Singer. I'm hearing a whole lot of Sony loving and damage controlling in this panel. We really not biased out here asking for a friend. So he was asking for his friend. Are you guys having bias last week?
Yes, we know.
So we got a $5 super chat from Titan. We only got 6 left. From Titan 2793. I know you all busy lives, but please come together again after the next gen starts to hit us up with more bars. Sony going to get this Xbox work. So we got a $5 super chat from True Gamer. Like Hip Hop said, Xbox has to create cloud to market their console. PlayStation is cloud. And that's facts. Numbers don't lie.
Azure. Let's go.
All right, so it looks like we only got 1, 2, 3, 5 left. JD Gamer, $20 super chat. I'm willing to back King's bet and say that I want to play Racer. It will be on the best played on the Xbox Series X. And if I want a first-person shooter, TBS, I don't know what or horror game, turn-person shooter, the game will be best played on the Xbox Series X. Here's 20 for the pot. I don't think you guys did that, Ben. But we'll keep going. Pixel Bit G.
Know about that.
Good, finish up.
Pixelbit G with $5 super chat. Help, Halo Infinite Slip Space Engine said it. It will be on bar in graphics. AMD said Xbox Series X is the benchmark for next gen. We got a $10 super chat from, we only got 3 left, thank God. From Neo Metal. Y'all killing me today. Neo Mental. Y'all killing me today. Great show. Can't wait to finish it later. Shout out to Hip Hop and Red. Some solid people. Got to go spend some time with the fam. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms. We got a $2 super chat from Michael and Beckstedt's Finest. Yeah, King, break them legs. The Book of X. We got a $10 super chat from Gamer by Choice. I think Xbox needs to get some marketing people. They market Xbox like Microsoft markets services, service operating systems, etc. You don't hype servers and operating systems, but you need to hype games. He do got a point there.
No doubt.
And then we got a $5 super chat from Slow-Mo. Aaron Greenberg camera for Inside Xbox is running on the Frostbite engine.
I remember
they finally let him do something again, and he's shooting brick. Look, if I missed any other ones because I was trying to read them as fast as possible, I definitely apologize. We'll definitely try to be a little bit better on that. It's just last week was so crazy. I was looking at the chat after I was watching it while I was doing DoorDash. The chat was just so fast. There's no way we could have kept up. But I'll show all of them how to do this from now on.
No doubt. Salute everybody that pulled up, man. That was a crazy show. Everyone today, salute as well. We'll do the poll. We're out of here. New ILP poll this week with the latest Unreal Engine 5 tech demo reveal running on PlayStation 5 hardware. How important is it to you when gauging PlayStation 5 performance? The choices are A, very important. Gave me the true feeling. Next generation tech on PlayStation 5. B, not as important. It's a multi-platform engine and not a real game. Or C, I don't care until these next generation consoles can do 60 frames per second. Shout out to all the choices, all the people who rock the vote, all that good stuff. You already know. Salute to the chat, everybody. We will get a new poll up hopefully later tonight and then tomorrow. Let us do our side. Yo, shout out to Dealer Gaming. Obviously, that pulled up RDX podcast. You can catch them on Tuesdays. Salute them boys over there. Was it the Grounded Gamer, D-Badge, Zarker, Colt Eastwood, Tim Dog, and am I missing anybody else? I think I caught everybody. That's on their panel. But salute to them brothers, man. They always do anything. They always show the Lord's love.
Did you miss Zarker?
Yeah, I got Zarker. I got
Zarker.
You know what I'm saying? So salute them. It's always love. And of course, we have LordsOfGaming.net's own and the tech specialist, Madz Gaming, Poland in the house. Where can the fine people find you? What you got going on, sir? And thank you for inviting me to the one-on-one series. He got a dope one-on-one series he's doing. I was honored to be a guest on that. That was dope, man. So salute to you. Yeah. Tell people where you can find you. What's going on? You breaking up. You lost it. He's in the bushes.
His mic. You gave it to him. You passed it off to him. He said,
there he is. He's back.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, so something happened. Oh, no worries. Well, thanks a lot, obviously, for the invite. Really appreciate that. Always appreciate that and love the energy and stuff. So always happy to talk a little bit about tech and some gaming as well. So, well, obviously, you can find me on YouTube, Madz Gaming, and Twitter, Madz Gaming PL. So fire show as always every week. Great guest as well. Billy was cool as well. So thanks a lot.
Thank you, brother, man. Always a pleasure, man. And also check him out on LordsOfGaming.net. Some fantastic tech articles that's always popping, always doing this thing. And like I said, please support this brother. Great channel, a lot of tech information, always positive. And even when you go at him on Twitter, he always laughs at people. Just says, "Okay, bro, that's your." He's like, "That's your preference. It's up to you." Like Madz is so chill. Like salute the Madz, man. Always doing it up for the community. Lord Addict catching up with all our super chats and being very spicy and disrespectful to GhostOfTsushima. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Lord Addict ILP. I can't do the extra stuff, man. My voice is gone. You can find me on YouTube at Gaming Addicts. And you can find me next week coming back here again and drinking this Propel. You can find me doing that.
No doubt. That's right. Throwing that soda in the bushes. My man, getting rid of the soda. Let's go. Anyway, Lord Solve in the building. Kind of betrayed me today, but it's okay. We'll get it back. What's going on?
I admitted my fraudery. I admitted it.
Assassin's Creed capping hard. It's okay. I'll remember this.
Real hard. First off, big shout out to Dealer and to Madz for coming through. Setting the record straight.
Setting it straight.
And of course, you guys can catch me on Lord Saab ILP on Twitter and BX Sovereign on PSN and Xbox Live. You can catch me once again playing the Ghost of Tsushima prequel, AC Odyssey.
Oh my God. I had to throw the shot on the way out. I feel you. Lord King, I don't even know. There's so many words we could say about you. We're not even we're just gonna introduce you. Where can the people find you? So much slander today. The disrespect was right.
You can find me in these Twitter streets, King David OTW, beating back these ponies, teaching these ponies exactly how to bend the knee, and it's not for free.
They have to pay to argue with you. That's we've established this.
Oh, please, man. If you don't, I don't see it as not in color. Speaking of color, let's get to Sent You Sage real quick.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Sage. Sucker Punch, go Sucker Punch King. I know he was disrespectful.
Listen, Sage, I'm sorry, bro, but I mean, play some Assassin's Creed Odyssey. That's all I can say. You can catch me at KOS this week. We don't have no reveal shows, so I can definitely get that statue up and get that statue out the door. And it's a real good statue. You can follow us on TikTok. The Iron Lord Podcast is on TikTok, so go there and check us out there. Also, we're streaming all over the world now. The beanies, bro.
Yeah. Get that.
Look.
Finally came through.
I have one that's not on my head. Okay.
Salute. You can get that.
These are the new beanies. We actually have one in red too, but it's over there, and I don't feel like going to get it.
Thanks for showing.
I didn't get in because I have a peanut head, and I beanie.
See, what I like to do with my beanie is pull it up at the top, like
oh my God.
make it a high beanie, like and then what you can do with the beanie, if you don't like it that high, you can smack it back like or you can go out there and go get those,
I'll put the link in the chat, yo. ILO Podcast store is up in the chat, so you can get your beanies, you can get that fitted, you can get Attic when he likes his truckers.
I don't like the truckers. I don't like hats at all. Look, I told you, you're not gonna deem me a redneck.
I just wanted him to get mad at me. I was hoping he would get mad, and he did. I love this. You don't like being associated with that part of our merchandise.
Orte, get on Destiny after this.
I'm gonna be playing Assassin's Creed after this, so get on that, and then see what happens with this Ghost of missing demo stuff. Paper Mario. Shout out to Paper Mario.
No doubt. And you already know what it is. Yo, shout out to Anthony. He says, yo, salute to the truckers out there. Salute, man. I'm trying to sell it. Addict don't want to sell it, but it's cool. You know what I'm saying? But yo, salute to the chat, man. 300 strong. Y'all was in there. Hit that like. Shout out to the dude that always disliked before we
had
go
400
live.
at one point.
400 in there, man. So yo, salute to the Facebook Lords. I seen y'all from the Iron Lord Podcast group on Facebook. Salute to our Mixer Lords, our Twitch Lords. I seen y'all. We was restreaming. I seen the activity. Is always love. Also, chat, show them love. You see that little restream bot? Someone from another platform, show them love, man, because they watch it. They watch ILP on that platform. They like to get some interaction.
Tell them to make sure that they join us on Facebook so they can see the streams.
Join us on Facebook. Just search Iron Lord Podcast Group. We are up there. We also have Lords of Gaming Network as a page. So again, if you want to catch all the articles, all that good stuff, when Madz is dropping his tech information on velocity architecture, you can do that. Shout out to cars going by because they want me to end it up. But
my bad. I didn't say thank you for Dilla for coming through.
Yes.
100%. Listen, man, when you're such a big figure in the YouTube streets and you can come down on our little joint, our little platform and hang out as family, I mean, that's nothing but hats off. And Madz, yo, listen, we, like I said, we got something cooking in the background, but Madz definitely, every time I don't understand something, I go, well, I'm subscribed to him. So, he'll pop up with a detailed explanation on things that I don't really understand. And listen, guys, it's very good to say that you don't understand things and you go to people that can break it down for you instead of you running out here
capping and frauding like you know what's going on. We get the people who are the savants. I'm glad you said that because a lot of people try to look. I don't know everything. We don't know everything. There's things that information gets disseminated, but it's good to go to people who have some of that acumen that can kind of break stuff down in layman. So I agree with you, King, on that part. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Continue.
No, that's just basically it because it's a lot of things. Like people was really thinking an SSD does something to boost graphical output, and
Are you trying to say that's false?
I just said go.
Oh, no, here we go.
Go watch Madz video so he can break it down to you, so you can be more informed than less informed, and you don't have to look like a person out here saying the wrong stuff.
That's what we got. Yo, tune in next week. It's gonna be lit. Salute to everybody that came through. We gonna hit y'all with this outro. Unless anybody got anything else. We good. Everybody enjoy your Sunday. We out of here. Peace.